You are listening to the Lucha Central Podcast Network. And now, LuchaCentral.com presents Masks, Mats, and Mayhem.
Hey guys, I want to talk about WWE.
It's my birthday and I can cry if I want to.
Yeah, fire! Welcome!
Justin.
Maybe if I put the Taurus... Welcome to another edition of Mass Mats and Mayhem. I am your birthday host, the Outlaw LA Red. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can find the entire show on social media at MMMshow75. Up there is my partner, my friend, my buddy who came to celebrate my birthday with me at Meefloaf from across the pond.
Hello. Happy birthday, Justin.
My birthday. And then there's the waiter that has brought us a nice cake because, you know, when you go to the restaurant and you say that it's your birthday, they bring you a cake. So our waiter, our kind waiter up here has brought us the cake to the table. Thanks, waiter.
My birthday cakes. I'm sharing with both of us.
Wait. What do you mean my birthday
This
cakes?
is a chocolate cake and this is a chocolate tres leches cake. So that's why I said plural cakes. There's more than one.
Right, for me. Multiple cakes for me. Thank you.
For me.
For those of you who don't know, a few years back, like for a few
Why do you bring chocolate cake?
I was born on March the 1st. I know you're watching this on March 2nd, but
yeah,
it's our birthday. It's the birthday episode, and March 1st is a very, very important date because I share this birthday with a very close, good friend of mine.
You're gonna say Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I was going to. How'd you know? You know Bieber too?
Because I fed you that joke 3 days ago.
I know you're a writer for the show. That's really awesome of you when you actually do your job. When you write jokes for the show.
I mean, right now I'm also watching Maki Ito and Tita Hiroku face off on the Bleacher Report website.
I can't get Bleacher Report on this thing. I'm so mad about it right now.
Click on the website.
Because it's an app thing, and I can't throw to the TV because then the bandwidth goes down and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but you can watch it on your phone, I guess, which is super fun.
Buying all those cakes forever.
All right, so it's our birthday.
I'm gonna make a wish on my birthday.
It's both of our birthdays. If you have to sing happy birthday, then Justin and I will blow out the candle.
Wait. How do you figure
it's both of our... Justin. Feliz cumpleaños, Justin.
Hold on,
it's Justine, I think, in Spanish.
Justine.
Happy birthday to Byron.
No, listen, Byron. I thought we got this settled. Last year, you had you had the movie premiere thing of Delusions of Morons.
Yeah.
It was the birthday. I kind of ceded the birthday to Byron, even though some people said a few nice things to me or whatever. But I let Byron have his moment.
They sang happy birthday to all of us.
It was his directorial thing. It was all your friends.
No, I didn't know like half of them. Trust me.
It was so last year was Byron's birthday on March 1st, and this year we decided that he would give out the reach around to me. That's just the way that it works, right?
Well, and then as a typical white man, he's stealing it.
All right, I'm going to blow it out. In 3,
that's
2,
racist thing.
Are we blowing out the candles?
Yeah. Ready?
Here we go. In 3,
me, not you, 2, son of a bitch.
I had to.
Are we on storm chasers?
Yeah, the twisters everywhere.
Maybe. Take cover.
The good part about this is that you get to be the one to get fat for me. This part of this I like.
I'm already dreading the giant slices that I put on the plate for dramatic effect.
All right, so I got to tell you what I did today for the birthday. I know you went camping, but I went to the Cleveland Museum of Art, which was a little scary at first because I haven't done much public stuff.
Yeah,
and now I'm starting to glitch a little bit again. I haven't done much stuff publicly, but it was really sparse, big ceilings, aired out, like nobody was there. It wasn't bad.
Do you know what?
Report. Do I
it
have
was a
the
museum.
Bleacher Report app? Yeah, exactly. But they had some good impressionist stuff and some good
Safest place? Library.
Yeah, really though. But then I went up to
how do you hide money from a hippie? Put it under the soap.
Byron, why are you putting things under soap? Why are you putting the soap, Byron? What did you do at your cabin, Byron?
That's not working either. I guess I'm just gonna have to watch. You have to tell me if Mel wins, if Thunder Rosa wins.
Okay.
You're watching that one, right? How many matches are on Bleacher Report? Just 1 or 2?
It's the show. So this is a tag. I think maybe 3 or 4. This is the big tag match with Shida, her team versus Maki Ito's team. And then there's going to be Thunder is the main, I believe. But then
Thunder versus Riho
semifinal or something.
When's this match?
After the museum, then I went up to Coventry and I went to my favorite restaurant, Tommy's, and this is a chocolate milkshake. I also got sushi while I was up there, and then I also went to my favorite sub shop, Grum's. So
wait, I got did you eat in your tummy?
I have not eaten all of those meals yet, but I got 3 birthday meals. I got a sub from Grum's, a Black Forest sub. Then I got sushi. First time I've had sushi in probably 10 months, because the last couple months I was in LA, I didn't even have sushi. I haven't had sushi in ages. But there's a real Japanese place up there. I got sushi from there. It was great. I ate that first. And then I also have some falafel and a shake from Tommy's.
Cheers.
So I'm going to be a great big fat man. Go for it.
What's a Black Forest sub?
Well, it's this place Grum's, dude, they've been there since I was a little kid, so place is old and it hasn't changed a bit. But
good.
Their Black Forest sub is Black Forest ham with provolone and onions and cheese, some other stuff, and then it's heated. They had these convection ovens before there were microwaves that could heat a sandwich up in like a minute, like really high priced back in the day, and they still use them. It's amazing. And it's not microwaved, but it heats it up and it kind of makes it all smushy and delicious.
Nice.
So
the
anyway,
second question was the place was called Coventry.
Coventry, yes. Coventry was like the Soho area of Cleveland. It's a street. It's Coventry Street, but they call the area Coventry because it was built up with all sorts of
Coventry. Coventry.
Yeah, Coventry. Yeah.
Okay. So do you know there's a saying being sent to Coventry?
Why is that?
Because no one fucking wants to go there.
Well, in Cleveland, it's not such a bad place.
I don't know. In England, shithole.
Well, yeah, I get that.
There's quite a lot of places like that.
No, it's cool. I grew up really close to there in Cleveland, and it was really it was kind of like a melting pot. A lot of hippies had been there. It was right at the intersection of kind of where the black neighborhood is in East Cleveland on one side. Then there's Little Italy, literally like old school mob run Little Italy right nearby. Then there's a lot of the Jewish kids were on one side, and then a bunch of the Catholic kids were on St. Anne's up on the other side at Coventry and Cedar. And then, you know, some regular suburbia mixed in there too. So where I grew up, and especially the Coventry part of that area, was like this melting pot of all sorts of cultures. Like everyone listened to hip hop, everyone ate lox and bagels, you know, everyone was on a skateboard. Trent Reznor used to sit down there and pedal his, you know, first demo tape when he was before Nine Inch Nails was huge. Like it was this cool area of Cleveland. So I went back for a visit. I lived there for a little while in the 90s. After I got out of high school, I lived up there for a minute. Hey, I got to send a super duper big shout out to Jesus Garola. He sent us a very nice DM. I don't know if you saw this one or not, Byron.
No.
Did you see this one this was in the MMMshow IG.
Oh, no, I haven't.
I think I read it before you did. Like Byron and I both checked that account. So you never know which one of us you're going to get, by the way. But once I check it, then it shows as read. So he probably didn't read it. But anyway, Jesus said, got to thank you guys for all the podcasts you've been putting up ever since working overnights at the new store these past few months. I'm able to listen to all the ones you guys have up on Spotify. I'm enjoying the updates on what's happening through all the companies, as well as the usual shenanigans going on between y'all.
Yeah.
And especially he enjoyed the Azteca Underground update that we did.
Nice.
Are you still hearing me, Byron?
Nice
I hear you, yeah.
No, we heard you.
Thank you, friend, for that
Say
very kind
Jesus.
message. Jesus.
And he had some other questions and stuff about Azteca Underground, but as I understand it, really, this is kind of an angle they're bringing in to have to make some sense of some AAA guys being there and kind of doing another thing. I don't think it's going to go very far. He was saying how cool it would be. Like, look, they're doing it up. They did the website. They're playing up the El Jefe thing. Like, they're really going for it. But at the same time, don't get your hopes up and start expecting too much more out of this angle. I feel like it's going to be pretty limited. It's something that Conan or somebody probably threw in there to give some juice to these guys, but they do good with these angles. They're doing good with the Hydra gimmick or whatever their guys are there too. Contra. And then Filthy Tom's kind of got his own section of MLW. Like, everyone's got their little factions and stuff, and I think it works really well for a super indie promotion like that, especially if they have access to AAA guys or former Lucha Underground guys to make them feel welcome, giving them that gimmick. And Selena fits in with it great too. So I got no issue with it. I don't mind them stealing some of the ideas of Lucha Underground.
It's fantastic.
I don't ever expect it to supplant what Lucha Underground was in any fashion, nor do I think it's even intended to. I don't think that's what they're really going for.
There's no way they have the resources to actually rip off Lucha Underground. So it's going to be interesting to see what it ends up being.
Now, who knows, though? I mean, they could Conan even said to us that he might try to do some type of, luchador-related promotion up here. But that's also no secret. He's been wanting to do something like that for ages.
He's always been wanting to do that. Lucha was supposed to do that.
Yeah, so I don't think it's any secret to say that Conan is always working on something, and if he gets the right money and backing, maybe he could bring something to the San Diego area or Los Angeles. Maybe Azteca Underground could be that thing and be kind of an expansion promotion within MLW where they run some shows. But it probably won't happen before, the pandemic is over. I don't think that they could do it without getting some butts and seats and having some TV deals in place. And, I don't think anyone's going to start up something brand new right now. Everyone's just kind of scraping by to keep whatever they already had going. So we'll see. And Conan has even told us that look, he's working on some stuff. He won't tell us exactly what it is, but he's working on some stuff. So
he did ironically mention working with that Bad Bunny, which
hey, look, apparently Bad Bunny is a huge wrestling fan to the point where he's willing to cancel other stuff he's doing. And here's the thing. It's not like the guy could be out on a huge world tour right now like he should be. No. You know what I'm saying? In a regular year, Bad Bunny probably wouldn't have the time for wrestling, but he does. And from what I hear, he's going to in-rings and training and stuff and doing all of the things like a new wrestler would do.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
Why not? When you got some downtime, fuck it.
He's being respectful in the back. He's not trying to get over on other people. He's just going and doing the thing, man. So more power to him. It sounds like the guy's got real respect for the business. So I'm not going to hate on him. I know a lot of people are like, Bad Bunny, whatever. That's bullshit. That's stupid. Why is he getting the spotlight over other people? First of all, he's getting the spotlight because he has millions and millions of fans.
You know what I love?
An indie wrestler that has
fans on Facebook. I love how he's got millions of album sales.
Yeah,
so wrestling fans are shitting on Bow Wow. Formerly Lil Bow Wow. I guess. Hold on. No, kids won't even know that reference anymore.
They really won't.
Wow, 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 yippee yo, yippee yo.
That's close enough.
Wrong Bow Wow.
But he was wrestling fans
not little Bow
were
Wow.
shitting on him, and then he was like, you're out here on Raw and you only have 10,000 or 50,000 followers, 2 million viewers. You have 50,000 followers. That doesn't add up. Why are you talking down to me right now?
I know, and but that's the thing. It's anybody who's hating on him, y'all don't recognize in the Latino community. That dude has juice. And here's the thing: if you are an indie performer and you have 1 million plus on your Twitter or your IG, I'd put you on the big show too.
Yeah,
I don't care how ready you are.
I do think
the first thing I'd be doing would be befriending him.
Yeah. I do think there was a good point made though. I think a lot of WWE social media is padded. I'm sure something's going on that pads their followers because their engagement numbers don't follow.
I don't know though. I mean, look. Okay, if you think about Taya and Morrison, to me in the wrestling world, I think Taya might honestly be within the wrestling world bigger than Morrison in a lot of ways. But Morrison has over 1 million followers and she's got 150,000 because he's the WWE guy and she's not.
Yeah.
You know, which is.
And Sharknado. Let's not forget Sharknado and Sinbad. All right.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, and typically in a lot of wrestling couples, the woman has more followers than the man in a lot of wrestling couples.
Yes.
Whose names I won't mention because I don't want to embarrass certain action figure collectors whose girlfriends have more followers than they do.
I was going to ask if Chelsea Green has eclipsed the major podcast. Chelsea Green, by the way.
I thought he was going to say carrying Kross and Scarlett at first.
Chelsea Green, by the way, Kross and Scarlett would be a very interesting comparison because Kross's social media was super in line, and Scarlett's social media, like her Twitter name, is dumb. It's not.
Yeah, she's still using the old one, isn't she? She never changed it.
It's like her old AOL. Yeah, it's like her old AOL screen name from high school or something, you know. But it'd be interesting, like if so. Hers isn't run as sharp, but does she have more success than him? But I think it's funny if Chelsea Green has more than the Zack Ryder guys, the Major Bros, because effectively she hasn't had any kind of career on TV aside from, you know, Impact, but like she hasn't done anything in WWE but
all she wears is bikinis.
Yes, bikinis.
That's very true.
And admittedly so. I don't even think she's thirst trapping. Literally, she just likes to wear bikinis.
I know, me too. I get it.
All the time. I know, Byron, which we have a rule where Byron is not allowed to do that on this show anymore.
They keep getting smaller. I don't know why. Maybe I walked them wrong.
Because you want them to fit right, so they have to get smaller.
Skin does tend to get smaller, Byron, when you wash it. Your flesh suit.
Wow.
I don't feel well. I'm eating way too much. I'm eating like a month's worth of sugar right now for a gag.
It's for a gag? Oh, you're going to blame this on us that you're eating all of those cakes? All of those cakes. You could have sent one to me on dry ice.
I didn't get these cakes from my friends until yesterday. Holy fuck, she just kicked her head off.
Wow, I wish I was watching that. All right.
Maki Ito is the best. By the way.
Let's take a quick break. Let's come back.
What did we even just do?
We just did the intro. We talked about Jesus and we talked about and I want to thank
me too.
What is it? Blood Ikes. BLODYXE. Anyway, he's got some cool Lucha Underground stuff going on that where he's writing some of his own stories and continuing some of the ideas. I'm going to check that stuff out. Please.
Yes.
Don't doubt that I'm going to actually check it out. But he DM'd us this week too, and he's a big Lucha Underground fan that listens to the show. So that's our second shout out of the week.
Can I do a quick unboxing?
Oh, yeah, sure. You want to open a present for yourself? Go for it.
Lean it on the microphone. He unboxed this leaning on the microphone, by the way.
I killed Meef's ears. So,
yeah, worse. A billion times worse. It was horrendous.
Hey, you can't talk, Meef. You were like unwrapping a gyro on air last week. It was like deafening, whatever you were doing.
What was that?
I don't know. You were eating something.
So, yeah.
I can't talk. Eating on this show is fully allowed. What did you get? Wait, it's already out of the box.
I take the plastic out.
Oh, my curry. I was eating the curry.
And I was doing all the plastic crinkly stuff, leaning it against the microphone. And Meef was audibly hurt. So, here's
Wait, did he come with the Burberry?
Yeah, dude. We're a figure podcast, Kevin. Boss fights. Motherfuckers. Look at this. I'm talking about dolls right now, so you'll give us free shit next time. Anyway, so he has his reddish pink, underwears. As with all wrestling shows, you always get a good view of the taint. Every pinfall.
No, that's only you. That's only
every pinfall. You're looking straight between Reproductive organs and butt
Burberry,
crack.
or
So he has this. He's dope. He comes with a microphone, and his hair is very nicely like faded.
and
Because
ginger.
he gets a fresh haircut probably every day because he's rich. And it's dope. It looks like him. I like it a lot. Second one. Oh God, I don't recommend eating 2 cakes with no other food.
Byron is
That's what
blown
the smarts
up.
do. Yeah.
Okay, so Yuka Sakazaki is fighting Ryo
Officially, he's the
Mizunami.
Undertaker on the way to the ring right now.
There's
Wait,
going to
I
be
thought you had a
on
second
a scale
box,
of
Byron.
Undertaker
I do,
to
but I'm just saying
Goldberg,
there's the
where are
Yuka
you?
match is next. So it's a little bit of the bubbly, right?
What?
But it's the little bit of the bubbly
Toy.
Jericho doll.
That's dope, though.
Does it come
That's
with
super
free COVID?
No,
No, he
You have to
makes
actually-
you pay for it, you stupid Mark.
yeah, Jericho's a fucking worker, man. You have to pay him to get COVID.
Yeah. You get no free COVID from no Jericho.
So you,
Do you have to stand on a flat surface?
You basically there's one moment from when he won the belt and catering was real shitty and he made fun of it. They have this figure made dedicated
Wait, why
to
am I?
the shitty beat this. What?
I'm like logged in as you still. What is this? What is this?
You are.
This is bullshit. Oh, this
Holy
is. I'm
shit.
done
No,
with this.
it's probably fine. No, why'd he leave? His name is.
Maybe that's what was fucking him up.
Anyway, so this is Jericho. I haven't taken him out. I'm probably going to. I might use the head.
We know
to
you
do
are.
a
Let's be
Pentagon
honest.
thing. Yeah. I'm gonna unbox all of my shit. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so these two, I've been waiting for these. That's like the series 2 MJF.
Mhm.
It's really cool, and that's a bubbly Jericho, which is also really cool. And they're probably one of the better ones from one of the early batches. I'm hearing though that like number one, I think Ringside has damaged packages from Series 2, Series 1, but they still haven't done the version 2 of Series 1 with the corrected skin tones. So those should be coming out at some point, and I recommend, if you can, buying stuff in the store if it's going to be more available, because it'll be cheaper and you get to check it out. Ringside hikes up prices, and it's just buy it in the store if you can. Anyway, Wave 6, which is the next.
Support your local community.
Support your local Walmart, Targets, Amazons. But Wave 6 is the next, as of yet, unannounced wave, and
Hey,
it's rumored to have
people got to have jobs, Byron.
Huh?
If a Walmart shuts down, no one will have a job.
Well, all the stores that were already there will be able to sell stuff. Anyway, I'm going to finish this real quick because Yuka Sakazaki's on the screen, and she's a magical girl.
Are you
You
finishing
and
quickly?
Casey. I thought it was bad enough with Casey.
Yeah.
To be
Anyway,
fair,
so
I would fight them both for Yuka, to be fair.
Yuka's awesome, man. It's
All
like
right.
anyway. So to finish what I was trying to say, the next
Can we get you off the number one?
discovered wave, the next not announced wave of AEW Unrivaled should have MJF and Jericho in it. So I would keep an eye out for that if you're looking to buy any
Happy
of the order.
41st birthday to Byron.
Yeah, by the time those come out.
And who knows? But anyway, it's
I
just
meant by the time he finishes his fucking sentence.
Is
You
it
guys
bad
keep
that I call them
interrupting.
Y2MJF? I like calling them Y2MJF.
yeah. I hope it's some sort of duo thing, but whatever. Anyway, so I just keep a lookout for that. Those might be cooler than buying the old ones.
Hey, listen, so I want to put in a couple of quick plugs for Expo Lucha coming up March 20th,
Oh, yeah.
10 a.m.-ish, I believe, right? Sometime
Yeah.
in there. Anyway, there's a few cool things that are going on. There is the Ring of Love dating game, where if you want to be the Bachelorette, the girl, and I do believe you have to be a girl in this case. I don't know. Maybe that's
Yes.
sexist, but I believe that's the way the contest is set up. Anyway, go to expolucha.com right now, or just hit @expolucha on Twitter and sign up for the Ring of Love dating game. So here's how it works from the way I understand it. It's kind of like the old dating game show where you get to ask questions of the bachelors, and there's going to be four real luchadors. They have not been announced, but I understand that they are very real, and that 3 of them are actually handsome without their masks on. One of them is a dog.
There is
one of them is Caminito.
There is a clarification as well. I checked, and the Lucha Central Podcast Network podcasts are actually not mystery.
We're not allowed to be participants. We're not
going to be one of the ones under the mask.
Correct. We might do our own auction one of these days. If there's demand, we'll create a supply. How about that?
Yeah.
Look at Byron.
It is. So the process is basically right now, if you go there and sign up, you could potentially be the Bachelorette. You could pick you'd ask 4 questions of the 4 luchadors, and then you could pick one to get a virtual date with at the end of it all. So sign up for that right now. There's a few other contests going on too, right? We've got
that's so bad.
We got the cosplay competition going on, and then there's there's one other one. The craftsman one, the master craftsman one, where your design can be turned into a luchador's mask. So if you are interested in that, submit your design for that too. And these things are happening quickly. They're happening now. So we're putting it out this week. Go to expolucha.com, check everything out. There's several contests. There's going to be all sorts of cool wrestling events that no one has seen before. There's going to be our special interview with Vampiro on there that is, honest to God, no bullshit, not blowing smoke up your ass. You cannot miss this. Things happen in this interview that will never be able to be explained.
And every day I remember another thing.
I know. I want to go back and watch it again myself already, even though I haven't. I'm kind of saving it for Expolucha myself at this point. Anyway, it's super great stuff that is going on for this virtual Expolucha that is happening March 20th. So sign up for that. But right now, let me throw it over to Denise Salcedo in Lucha Central so you can find out everything else that's going on this week on the Lucha Central Podcast Network.
Hey everyone, it's Denise Salcedo here in Lucha Central with a reminder of where and when to catch all of the great network content this week. Get the full lineup and listen to all of our shows in the Podcast Network section of luchacentral.com. Sundays on the Lucha Central Facebook page, world-traveled shooter of the camera kind, Jerry Villagrana goes mano a mano with a fellow photographer to throw down about some of their favorite photos they have taken at Lucha Libre events. Monday, Business of the Business returns as Mass Republic President Kevin Kleinrock takes you inside how your favorite Lucha Libre merchandise gets made. On Tuesdays, Mass Mats and Mayhem takes you inside the world of Lucha Underground as they take you weekly through the series with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of special guests from the groundbreaking series. Check out the premiere video stream every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Lucha Central YouTube channel and at luchacentral.com. Then listen to it on your favorite podcast platform every Wednesday. Tuesday nights live, it's Wrestle Boss, where Fabi Chulo talks MMA and pro wrestling with special guests and listener call-ins. Visit WrestleBossLive.com Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific to listen live or call in with questions or download the show on podcast platforms on Wednesdays. Wednesday nights live on Facebook, it's Spanish show La Mesa de los Márgaros, giving you both the news and the chisme from around the lucha world. Special guests and a whole lot of fun make it one of the most talked about shows in Mexico. Thursdays, it's Straight Out of the Bodega with Papo Esco and PWR promoter Gabriel Ramirez, as they have guests from throughout the wrestling world pull up to give an inside look into their careers. From indie standouts to television superstars, each week brings a new name and perspective. On Friday, it's your double dose of Lucha Central Weekly podcast, one in English y el otro en español. Lucha Central Weekly is where you'll find all the top stories of the week, both inside and out of the ring from Mexico and anywhere luchadores are in action across the globe. Be sure to subscribe and follow all your favorite Lucha Central Network series on your favorite podcast platforms, either by their own series name Or subscribe to the Lucha Central Podcast Network show pages to get all of the shows in one easy feed. And please consider giving a rating to help more fans find the shows that you love. For now, this is Denise Salcedo signing off from Lucha Central Central. Have a great week.
Thanks, Denise. That was great. I love how you did that almost identical to how you did it last week. How does she do that? It's amazing that she can be that spot on. I mean, some people are just good at doing a read, man. That's a good read. She hit that thing like
every time.
I mean, like the inflection was almost even the same. It was really good stuff, Denise. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Same video. I know because I put it together. It's the same video every time.
Well, then pick a different one. Anyway.
I should see if Kevin
put something else in there. See if Kevin notices. He don't watch this show unless something big happens. Unless we talk about
we should do
on the background.
Put keeping 100 on there for a laugh. Unless advertise keeping it 100.
I should put their Patreon content.
Just put that
in the middle
of
our
boom.
Tremendous. Let's put adverts of Vampira and Hoovy interviews.
We should cut out at least one or two quick clips of Vampiro to just start teasing people with because it's so awesome. You guys got to check that thing out. Anyway, I'm going to talk WWE first because I'm less excited to do it. So
I agree.
There's
WWE. They put 6 hours of wrestling on TV this week. They did that.
Did you watch all 6?
I did.
That was a thing that happened.
Justin, you got to treat yourself better than that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just on in the background or whatever. But so let me go through some of the interesting notes, the things that I
want to talk about what you saw. That it cannot be good for you.
No, there's some things that are worth talking about that I at least find interesting. Okay. Braun Strowman being back in the mix.
I was trying to find them.
I'm happy about. I like the whole. I kind of like what they're doing with Lashley. We had talked about it before, and it's almost sucks because it was like a great premonition. We were spot on, even though our episode came out after Raw. We recorded it before Raw. Yeah. But they're doing exactly what we thought with Lashley. They're pulling him from the mid-card guy that he's been. I don't think it is inaccurate to say that MVP and Lashley both especially have some real juice backstage right now. Everyone is very happy with them. And earned, too. I mean, not... Lashley, when he first came in, he sucked it up and he did some BS, and I don't think his angles were very good. And, he's running obstacle courses, doing pull-ups and blowing up in matches or whatever. But
it's fucked up. But that whole Lana angle was like a break-in just to see if he'll be subservient to the machine.
Yeah. And now I think he's in a great place, and he did exactly what he was supposed to with the U.S. title. He filled up a lot of show. He got people interested. The Hurt Business was a great angle, whoever wrote that. And I'm sure that MVP probably had a lot to do with it. I mean, it seems like he's been very hands-on with the whole gimmick. And MVP is no spring chicken either, and he's been getting out there and doing the work with Lashley, and it's what Lashley needed the whole time, man. Lashley's okay at talking. He's not like the worst ever, but the persona of the big muscly guy, he's got a little bit of a high voice. It makes it hard for him to cut
and a
great
head.
Promos. Yeah, he's got a weird shaped head or whatever, but whatever. It's a look. It's a look.
It's like a little pea. It's like a little pea box on top.
Yeah, but when he had his most success, because TNA Impact used him way better than WWE ever used him, and he was in a faction, and he was hard as fuck in that.
And that's a good look for him. And so the rest of the Hurt Business has fared well because of it. And you see that here with Shelton and Cedric getting a win over Lucha House Party. I guess the Lucha Libre run of Lucha House Party has now officially come to an end, and they're going to go back to losing every week now. We also saw Dominic and Ray get pretty much squashed out this week on SmackDown too. So. And
Vince be back in the building.
We won't talk about what happened on NXT yet, but basically not a great week for luchadors in the WWE at all.
Or AEW.
I like Lucha Blog's tweet.
What was his tweet?
You responded to it. It was like, good. On Wednesday night, both shows were main evented by a luchador. Not good.
None of the luchadors won.
They lost.
Yeah, but then I said, to be fair, Kross was a AAA performer for a considerable amount of time.
Yeah, and he has a lot of luchador blood, on him.
So
definitely not a lucha libre style wrestler. I won't say that, but he does have some heat, at least with Latino fans. So they're continuing that. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Damian Priest, because speaking of luchadors and lucha libre, Angel Garza gave Damian the business, bro. He fucked with him so bad.
It's
I don't think it was
while you're doing that, Bowens is right behind you laughing at the camera too, like he knows what you're saying.
He's probably making a rap about it right now. For those who don't know, I don't think that this was necessarily unsanctioned. I don't think that Garza is going to get any heat in the back for this at all. This happens to new guys. You saw this happening to Jinder Mahal back in the day. You saw this happening to just a lot of guys. And so
anybody who's ever come up from anywhere.
So here's Damian Priest coming up. He's getting the push. He's got Bad Bunny with him. And Angel Garza, who I don't think is unfriendly with Damian in the back, but man, in the ring, you could see this look on Damian's face like, I don't understand what's happening right now. Why am I getting dead weighted on moves? Why am I getting no-sold? Why are we not following the layout that we planned in the back? The ref was even in there trying to call other stuff, you could tell, and Garza was just like, I got this. I got this. Let me lead. I'm leading this dance. He led through the whole match and just gave Damian the business. Damian's bleeding hard way from the ear or something halfway through the match. And like Garza's making him rub it on there, just like digging in on his bloody. Oh man, it was just brutal. And then of course Damian gets the win and Damian gives him the shoulder brush off. Like, I'm still here, kid. Fuck you. So it was weird, man. I kind of like when those things happen in wrestling. Like this is wrestling. You pay your dues, man. And Damian paid his dues this week. He got the win. He got the storyline, and that's about it.
Well, it doesn't matter what he does on one show of Raw. He's in a main event program with the biggest star who's working for WWE right now, And I think that's a lot of what was going on, because a year ago, Garza and this was going on. We were concerned when Phantasma was going to come in, because there were so many, a lot for WWE, so many luchadors that were being successful and pushed and then brought up on the main show. And you're like, it was so much like, where's Phantasma going to fit?
Where's he going to fit in? But those guys pushed did not really last very long, man.
They're all jokes now. Even fucking Rey Mysterio is doing nothing. Like, is Garza,
him and Dom job this week, man.
Like,
they jobbed hard.
They almost had a cool program where one of them, I forget, because they're not of any importance to WWE, and I don't watch that show anyway, which is sad to them. They deserve better. But I forgot which one that was getting the program with Almas and Thea Trinidad. That would have been great. It would have been great if they did that seriously and did it well. And
but they didn't.
They didn't. And so you're looking at this guy, and he has a good face, and he can speak, and he's charming, and he's 24/7 title fodder. He doesn't even get to be one of the cool guys with the belt.
Yeah.
And randomly replaced with Austin Theory.
Yeah, and then you see, and then this, big oaf from NXT comes up, never spoke a lick of Spanish in NXT, and all of a sudden he's the
Latino face of WWE. Yeah. Yeah, and again, Garza gave him the business for it. It's like there's nothing he can do about the way it's booked, but when they're out there in the ring, he certainly took the liberties that he wanted to. Like, dude, he even full blocked like 3 of Damian's moves. Like he had his arms up on the kick. He still sold it a little bit, and Damian still went through it. But like, we're not talking a little bit of contact or light contact. We're talking no contact, because Angel would not allow it. It was freaking amazing. Amazing. And I feel bad for Priest, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you're going to pay your dues. Like, I'll be interested to see how much of the business Kross gets if he jumps up to one of the big shows, how the boys treat him. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that in the back, he'll probably do a little more to protect himself from that by paying deference in the back ahead of time and telling the other guys that he'll lay down certain stuff for him and working it out and being happy to sell for him. So And I get the feeling that Damian didn't really do that. Not that he's a bad guy, but I just don't feel like he's as savvy in the business. So he got the business.
Damian is also struggling more. Like his whole WWE run has been trying to figure out how to have an on-camera personality, and now he's on Raw doing a spot that's mainly on-camera personality, and he's taking spots from people.
But the writers are putting him over. They like where he's at right now, and from what I understand, he's got some friends over there. It just wasn't Angel Garza.
I mean, that's a separate conversation over how well that we've had, how much better he's been doing in that spot, surprisingly, compared to everything else we saw.
Yeah, I mean, I expected the gas to be out of it already, and it seems like, and the Bad Bunny thing is helping him out a lot. But
I think Kross he's already made himself better because he's an opportunity for other people.
Yeah. Well, so let's see what's some other stuff that happened on Raw.
Yeah.
Orton puked Squid Ink because of the Alexa thing. I like that somehow Randy Orton is feuding with Alexa Bliss right now. It's so bizarre and just out of the blue. I mean, I get it. It makes sense with his whole feud with Bray, but the fact that Alexa is continuing it without Bray, I think is just kind of unique and cool. It's like this giant, huge man and this little tiny girl, and they're in a feud. They're like a blood.
Gave her the RKO. What do you expect her to do? Just take it?
No, I love it. That's what I'm saying. I love it. Now she's doing
Papa Shango. Of course she is.
She's doing witchy woman stuff on him and making him puke the black blood or whatever. It's super fun.
I did that once in college. I ate these honey barbecue wings. And I drank a lot of
Guinness.
cheap whiskey.
Wow. See, this is why I never drink red alcohol though, because I want to know when I'm puking blood. Like you'll never catch me drinking something red.
That's smart.
So this next match had 3 of my favorite female performers in it: Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Shayna Baszler, and then it had also Nia.
She sucks.
The only reason why I even bring this match up is because Asuka and Shayna.
Right.
Asuka and Shayna were fire. They were really good together in this match in the middle of a show that just otherwise did not matter. I don't know. It does. Oh God. And Nia is still having trouble with her power bomb of all things. So Nia goes into this power bomb, but it's weird because it's part of her build that makes this a problem. So maybe she shouldn't do the move. I know she's the big power player in this division, but because of her shoulders and her boobs, she literally can't throw anyone straight down. They kind of roll off of her, so they over torque and come down on the back of their head constantly.
Well, 1, she sucks. 2, she's not strong.
But maybe she should do the sit out version like Nyla does, because
you know what she should do? That's gonna fuck her back up.
Maybe, but I don't know. The way she's throwing these girls down, they over torque every time because she has to roll them because she can't. Like if you look back and you think about like Big Show and even Undertaker and these guys that have longer arms, when they do the power bomb, they get that extension so the person is way out and then they can bring them down flat. Yeah. So it's just a flat back bump. Maybe there's a little push to it, so it still hurts a little bit more. But the way she's doing it, somebody's gonna get crammed real bad, man.
Well, I don't know how.
Maybe she should do the full, like almost like a full forward.
She needs to do that, or she needs to stop doing the power bomb. But maybe she can do the Nash drop bomb. Nash took care of everyone except the Giant one time.
Yeah, well, that was a thing. But yeah, the way that Nash did it too, he would push them out, and then as they were actually up vertical this way, he would kind of lay them down so it would turn into a back bump halfway down. It was beautiful. Yeah. I mean, it didn't. The sad thing about it is it didn't look very impactful because it wasn't.
He got made fun of all the time. But I tell you,
it was like the nicest power bomb in the business to take. And the guy really is tall as hell. So you're going way far down. I mean, it's a long drop, but at the same time, it's like the safest power bomb in the business. He protected everybody with that thing.
Yeah. There was that one, someone made this one tweet where it compared, was it Charles Robinson getting power bombed by Sid and getting murdered on his head and then getting gently power bombed by Nash?
Yeah. It's like getting tucked into bed. Like, here you go. Good night. Oh, Nash is a good dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's drama there in the Charlotte thing, and then her promo with Flair. I dug the promo. She they had to do this big reset after the pregnancy thing. And Rick said I never said it was mine, which he didn't. So they're already backpedaling off of that. There's a little retconning going on already, which is fine.
Oh, has new face paint.
Who does? Mel?
No, Thunder Rosa.
No.
Sorry. Oh, and I like her gear.
I did like Charlotte telling Flair that he sees potential in lots of blondes. Anyway.
It's just disturbing because she's blonde.
Ricochet versus AJ Styles. Ricochet looks like an absolute star coming to the ring in this ring gear. And I'm just watching this match the whole time. I'm thinking, oh my God, this would be so much fire in New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrestled good, but there was nothing to it. It was like, how am I watching Ricochet versus AJ Styles right now? And it's a throwaway match. This is so depressing.
Yeah.
Like that's a Wrestle Kingdom, second headliner. That's like a huge match.
They're separated by like half a generation. Like they're, as far as in-ring performer, they're among the best of their age group.
Yeah.
The problem with WWE is that apart from the 16 pay-per-views a year, is the fact that basically all the matches, none of them are held off.
Yeah.
There's no the Rock and Austin finally wrestle each other.
That is true. So Ricochet doesn't have actual money matches anymore.
No, I mean, it was just like, but, and we give Ricochet a lot of shit, but man, just seeing his ring entrance and seeing how he looked coming to the ring, it's like, no, you know what? This guy really is a WWE superstar. He really does have what it takes. Like his promo skills lack a little bit, but if he actually got some decent promos and got some feuds where he could work on it a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
or if they put him with somebody that could cut a promo or a manager or something, like the guy is money.
Well, I mean, if you listen to him talk, he's a huge dork and you don't take him seriously. But how do you explain how much of a success he was in NXT? He was a superhero.
Because he was a great wrestler and they capitalized on it and made that a main event marquee item.
So
they just aren't doing that on Raw. I don't know. Like this could have been a huge match if AJ had cut one real promo on Ricochet at the beginning of this show. This could have actually been a great, co-main event for this show and had some real heat on it.
But you need to have an idea that
he
might win.
It's two different brand identities. So NXT is about wrestling in general, performance, whereas WWE is just about filling airtime, making money,
selling ads, selling T-shirts. But anyway, hey, maybe he'll start selling more shirts just because the ring gear and the entrance looked awesome. Yeah. All right, I got to talk quickly about SmackDown. Roman and Edge are doing their thing, and D-Bry and this, that, and the other thing, whatever.
Oh yeah,
we get where it's going. D-Bry at Fastlane and Roman
booking himself into the main position.
Yeah, stirring it up a little bit just to keep the whole thing going. Of will Edge actually face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? I don't think it's avoidable. I don't think you're going to see D-Bry actually get into the mix here. So who cares? Otis and Chad Gable squashed Dominic and Ray. Squash match.
I have a question. Where's Tucker?
Carlson?
Chucky.
No. They fell out, didn't they? Byron, he turned on him.
Tucker Carlson. Fucking bow tie twerp.
I knew that would get some heat from you.
No, I'm more upset about how Tucker from Heavy Machinery is a nobody now.
Yep.
They were so great together. Shakes and weights.
It has moved on. It is a new gimmick. It is a new thing now, my friend. It is what it is.
Does he have a job anymore?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while.
No, maybe they split up and that was it.
Maybe he's jobbed out for the 24/7 title once, or who knows? I don't even remember at this point. Anyway, Apollo Crews does a heel turn.
Yeah.
That felt very Vince inspired. He's gonna be black.
He's gonna be Nigerian.
Yeah. Like
it's like
okay,
he's sending emails to everyone.
I just find it funny. The week after we see Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare, destroy another man's soul, that all of a sudden Apollo Crews does a heel turn to become Nigerian.
This is a cool submission.
For some reason, it's a bad thing for a black guy to be affluent from an African country, to have dignity and pride in his heritage. And somehow that's pretty much all he said. And somehow that makes him a heel.
Yeah.
What the ever living fuck?
Can I just say really quickly?
Is he the Iron Sheik?
When you watch Thunder Rosa Riho's match, you're gonna know what I'm talking about when I say that was a cool submission move. Anyway, yeah, so it's the same thing as like when Juice Robinson was someone who liked the environment, wanted to recycle, and Vince was like, "This is," or whoever NXT was like, "This is the ultimate WWE heel."
Well, that's what they did with Daniel Bryan when he was heel too.
Yeah,
I don't know. It irked me, and then to add insult to injury, Shinsuke Nakamura, who was getting a huge push 3 weeks ago, then immediately jobs to Apollo, the Nigerian Prince of Darkness, or whatever the fuck he is now. Oh, just hurt my parts.
I really hope that's his name.
No, it should be.
Really?
And then
the thing is the one thing I have to tell you, because obviously you don't like soccer so much, but the Super Eagles, Nigeria, have the greatest football kits ever. They are fantastic. They sell out tens of thousands.
Let me translate for our American fans. That means in soccer, the Nigerian team has very good clothing that sells a lot of units.
Gee, where has that sort of thing happened before?
What thing? What?
The thing where a group of black people have something that's cool, like let's say clothing or music. And
then appropriation.
Appropriation, yes.
Cultural appropriation. That's a thing.
Meef is like, this is so awesome. Meef.
Other not surprising moments, Bianca has chosen Sasha. And yes, I said Bianca this time. I did not call her Naomi again.
Bianca.
Sorry. Just bad on my part. I have no defense for that one. I can't believe you let me call
fucking hilarious.
Naomi. Bianca
we tried.
Naomi. Oh my god. No, you didn't try. You guys just stopped cold dead in your tracks and looked at me like you didn't help me out. You didn't say, "Oh, hey man, you got them mixed up right there." You guys didn't help me out. You put me in the wind, didn't say anything, and I'm like, "What? What's wrong? What's wrong?" You're just laughing.
The one black
You're
guy
supposed to yell at me and say, "Look,
thing.
jackass! Black people don't all look alike. What are you doing, you racist prick?" That's what you're supposed to say. Oh, you guys suck.
There's too much comic material that Byron wants to use right now, and he can't.
Oh my god. Anyway, Sami Zayn and Corbin versus Street Profits, or should I say versus Angelo Dawkins, because he was the coolest thing in the match. The only cool thing in the match. He did the dot. Well, he was cooler than all three of the other people in the match, to be fair. Yeah, and then a double count at the end. Nothing else to see there. Let's talk about NXT since we're almost through this WWE stuff. SmackDown was
NXT. Is like he's the guy for that team now? He's the main guy?
Who, Dawkins?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Well, what happened to Montez Ford, who's way better at everything than him?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. They're just like WWE is just inconsistent. That's all you can. That's all you can know.
Like, why have they not done anything with Ricochet and Montez Ford 1-on-1
or as a team? I don't care.
They have a built-in story. They both kind of, they look the same, but they, same build, but they have much different backgrounds. And one is kind of doing a lot better than the other, but not the one that should. There's a lot to be mad at each other about.
They also match up well in the ring, you know. And if you have a reason for those guys to go at each other, it would be fire. But they just don't see it. They're not thinking about that. I don't know what it is. But also the wrestling show that we like better, NXT. I don't know, man. Right off the bat, I'm watching NXT and I'm like, wait, why are we getting a Gargano Loomis blow off to start the show right now?
That's true.
What?
That should be a takeover match. That's what
it should have been. And they're probably leading back to another takeover match, but this was so out of place. And even especially being the first match on the show, I don't get. Like,
and it seemed to be setting up India Hartwell, Fancy, and Dexter Loomis more than anything else.
Right. Which is, I get it. That's fine. But also, this is the show that you go to for wrestling, not the like boy-girl story stuff.
Oh, and also Austin Theory being like wanting to be his friend.
Yeah. I mean, so basically, are you splitting up the way? Is that what we're doing here?
Hopefully.
What was the point of any of this, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. I mean,
yeah.
In my opinion,
when Regal went for his Uber lift.
I think this is one of those things. It's like when we see a lot of Cody programs on AEW, Cody matches, where it's like 10 people get into the match somehow. Right. I think they're more or less booking a segment of TV with the cast.
Can I tell you what I think is happening at this point? I feel like Triple H was involved up through the Dusty Cup, and then he's checked out now to go work on WrestleMania, and they've got all their big stuff to do and try to figure out the big show right now. And they're leaving it to the underlings and the other writers, and maybe even the talent a little bit themselves. They're telling them where they want them to be shifted to by WrestleMania TakeOver, and that's probably all the guidance that they're getting. That's what I feel like. Maybe Shawn Michaels is running the show right now. I don't fucking know. Like, who's running things down there, because it feels real off.
Yeah. And all higgledy-piggledy rushed.
So also you get Loomis puts Gargano to sleep. This is a non-title match. There's nothing I hate more than we're announcing to the world that this guy is better than your champion, and there's no heat to it because there's no belt change. That's just tragically asinine to me. I don't understand. What happened, Byron? Did somebody just go over?
No. But it was a move that one person murdered another person, and the murdered person.
You can talk about it. This doesn't air until Tuesday, and I don't care about spoilers. You can say what happened.
Might watch it.
Oh my god!
No.
So Riho did the corner stomp. By the way, Mel did the corner delayed drop kick on Riho and like absolutely crushed her the rib cage. But she did the corner stop where you jump down on Mel, and Mel's eyes rolled in the back of her head. She was like a cartoon almost. Dude,
I love Thunder Rosa's corner drop kick. She gets him right underneath the collarbone and just mashes him.
But as Mel's face was going all Looney Tunes, like watching birds spin around, Riho just kind of sat up and smiled like she was so happy.
Oh, that's a good matchup too. And Thunder Rosa's great with the smaller Japanese women in general. She always has been. She a lot of her early career was spent wrestling these girls. She's very familiar with the style. Mel did wrestle in Japan and wrestled a lot of the Japanese girls when they were over here too. So
that is the finish was super pro.
Dope.
But also pro, like it was a roll up where after the 3 count, the person gets unfolded from the pin, and the person who won is already kneeling at center ring facing hard cam.
Good.
It was a veteran.
I was going to say wait. You're saying they did something in AEW the way it's supposed to be done for camera direction.
I'm saying there's at least one person in the ring right now who knows, very respectful, who knows how to wrestle for TV.
Good. That is nice. Nice that somebody knows. And nice that it seems in AEW to always be the people who have actually been on TV less. Don't even understand that, but
on other TV, not their TV.
Correct. Anyway, back to NXT. Leon Ruff, Tyler Rust. I don't know. Whatever. Swerve beats down Ruff. Swerve beats down Ruff before the match can even start.
With his grill.
Swerve is in a blood feud with Leon Ruff, even though he's already lost to him. This is bizarre. But I feel like maybe Swerve is starting to go the right direction. But I say this once every other month. So
it is a tricky thing. Like, this is where, Jericho, his heel stick was born on WCW. This is where Andrade came up in NXT. This is it's not how Phantasma came up. He was always winning. But it has been done well. But it's dangerous. It's like the Lance Storm's boring gimmick where like you start off and it's a little like, I don't know. But then if they just give up on it, like they do so many ideas, you're stuck with the first part.
I feel like Swerve has gone through 4 incarnations already, and they've given up on everyone after about a month and a half. So I don't know how he gets one of these to stick, or if they're just still going to keep trying stuff out, but we'll see. Cameron Grimes fails at the $1 million dribble challenge over and over again in this episode.
Oh God, yeah, it's
one
really
of
fucking
the.
irritating.
I loved it. I thought this was one of the best parts of the show. Did you hit me? So I grew up with those $1 million segments, though. I mean, like, I was a 7-year-old kid when those things were airing first run. So, I remember Ted DiBiase kicking the ball away from the little kid. So as soon as they did that and Cameron didn't watch the whole video, I was already in tears because I knew where it was going. And it didn't matter to me. I was like, this dumb shit is so funny to me.
But it's the last one. You might be right about Triple H not running it, someone else, the WWE normal guys run it, because he looked at a black person when he was asking to play basketball, and then someone went, "Not you. I'll ask someone else." And it was like,
really? Are we going there? Yeah.
But that aside, I mean, Michael PSA still works for the company, so
yeah, true. Yeah,
you're only going to clean so much up. But also, I enjoy the segment. I enjoyed the things. Slapstick comedy, and it was just note by note what should have been done. None of it was surprising, but it was well done. The bigger point, since someone brought up Michael PSA's, how
you did. But go ahead.
How habitually drunk all the time, every day, all day do you have to be someone who gets in an argument with Mark Henry about whether or not, you're leaving? Justin? He knows where this is going. About whether or not you, a Southern white man, should be allowed to use the N-word.
I should have stayed gone, but no, go ahead.
Michael PSA's had the audacity. It is like tinfoil, whatever, shiny yellow jumpsuit in his fanny pack.
Looking like the lead singer of Motley Crue.
Yeah, but like how the singer looks now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, bloated and fucked.
Does his fanny pack say CPAC on it?
I don't know. But it's like, I get.
It says 4 more years, I think.
Okay.
I get believing in your opinion or in something and wanting to debate it, and maybe even being oblivious to how your stand on something offends someone. However, no matter what, Mark Henry can look me in the eye and tell me the sky is not blue, it is green, and I will say, yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Technically, Byron, it's not blue.
Oh, God.
So, I'm just saying that's not a really good anecdote to use.
So, the next match, again, another what the F with booking. Zoe Stark, formerly Lacey Ryan, but WWE's got too many Lacey's, so that's not going to stick. So she's Zoe Stark now, or whatever. John Stark's sister. Who cares?
It's a weird name.
It's a weird name.
They're making her like a child, and she's never going to not be a child now.
But here's the thing. I don't get what they're doing with her. First of all, the ring gear was horrible. The grown out black roots looking like, trailer trash hair. I did not understand any of this presentation. It's so unlike WWE, unless that's what they're going for. Then they put her in a championship match. She's just gotten there, and she's a great wrestler. Like, everyone in the back will tell you that they're happy that she's there. What's that?
It was non-title. The story was...
it was a non-title match, right?
Regal was so impressed with her after one match that he's like, why don't you fight the best wrestler here?
And I get it was a good match, but I just don't understand the booking, right out of the gate.
I thought it was an okay match. I thought she was kind of sloppy in it.
I did. It just was weird to me. It was just another thing where I was like, I don't understand what this is on a show that doesn't always have to have storylines. Fine. You want to just give me a match, just give me a match. But also, they made it look like they weren't ready for Zoe Stark to be there. Like, she was a fill-in. It looked like she used somebody else's ring gear and ran to the ring because somebody else got pulled out or something. I don't know. It just did not look as professional as I would expect. And if that is her real gear, oh my God, somebody send her to wardrobe ASAP. That gear was horrendous.
Alexa Bliss started in NXT with a cheerleader outfit because she didn't even know how to get wrestling gear. She didn't know highspots.com. So
whatever.
The story could end up
We know why she wore.
I think it will. Look, she's a good wrestler. Lacey Ryan's a good wrestler.
Yeah,
she's gonna be fine as Zoe Stark or whatever. I think, but clearly it was really like, hey, we just brought you in. We're just going to throw you in because we know that you're a decent wrestler and EO needs work.
Oh my God! I think I'm on her Instagram, and her husband looks like he's fit. What you would get married to if you were 20-something blonde in Florida.
Yeah. And another another instance of did Vince book this? I swear to God, he's booking the Casey and Caden versus Xia Li thing like it's American Ninja Warrior versus the China Flu. It's horrible. I'm hating.
What I really hate about it is the fact when they walk up to the I don't know, the mysterious lady in the chair, and they're
the
like,
maestro.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? She used to be a nice person. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Behead her now.
Yeah, like, do they not understand? Bitch. Number one,
like,
Casey and Caden are heels, and they don't get it.
No,
they always were. Nobody wants to like the little fire plug girl from American Ninja Warrior that can do 10,000 more chin-ups than everybody else. It's not a good story when you're in the wrestling world. She's the annoying little bratty chick, and she can play that up great. If you're going to have her there, let her do that.
I could do 1,000 chin-ups if I weighed 70 pounds, by the way.
Right. Like, there's a reason why she won American Ninja Warrior, because she has this much body strength and even less body fat.
Yeah. She sucks. Boo,
boo
her.
And I think they're ruining all this cool stuff they did with Xia Li, and I'm just going to move on, but whatever.
I mean, hopefully next week they fix it by having Xia Li just straight up murder both of them with her feet.
Right.
And then maybe like bathe in their blood a little bit.
Hey, wait, but this next booking on this show will totally save everything, because Killian Dane and Drake Maverick are clearly the storyline that they're doing well with on NXT right now versus the grizzled young veterans who didn't need to get their heat back, but got to get their heat back anyway. Like, oh my God, really? I have to watch this just so they can get the grizzled young veterans heat back? What is going on? So that was the entire show up to this point. That's an hour and a half of complete nonsense on NXT this week just to get to Kross versus Santos no DQ.
That should have been an hour-long match.
Which was a super fun. I don't think it should have been an hour-long match. Like, look, I love Karrion Kross. I don't think I want to see him in an hour-long match anytime soon. I've seen him. I saw him do a grueling 20 minutes with Simon Gotch, and that was he was in better shape at the time too. And that was at the end of his spectrum for about as much as you're going to want to see.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to see Randy Orton in a 20-minute match either. I wouldn't want to see Edge in a 20-minute match, even though we did in the greatest match of all time. And it wasn't the greatest match of all time.
I feel though with all the extracurriculars, they could have had a lot more steps to that.
Maybe,
story.
But okay. So here's what I thought was good about it. They had a lot of the extracurriculars, but a lot of those were dominated by big cross spots, like big man spots. And that's good. And then the reason why the length of this match needed to be what it was because at a certain point, you're not going to do those as well anymore. Like you've seen the I Quit match with KO and Roman. They were holding up pretty good, but there were some big, hard spots on those guys. And you get to the end, and it's like, thank God there was a storyline ending, because those dudes were blown the F up.
Yeah.
You've seen great performers. You know, the Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon thing where they're throwing each other back and forth through the glass. The end of that match was dragging ass, and Shane's a cardio machine, and it was just like,
is he?
Yeah.
Compared
to a lot of wrestlers, no, but compared to a lot of wrestlers, Shane has a good gas tank because he's not carrying around all that muscle.
He's juiced up.
Well, but also not carrying muscle sucks oxygen, bro. It does. It just does, and you blow up after 20 minutes unless you're in really good cardiovascular shape, and it's hard the more muscle you
put on. It's a balance that I fight with a lot.
I think this match was a good balance of like, let's play around in the parking lot, let's do some dumb shit out there. Like, did I like all the spots out there? I thought they could have gone a little more hardcore with some of that stuff. What do you think, Beef?
Thing he pulled out of the truck?
The pickaxe?
The pickaxe? Yeah. I really thought, first of all, by the way, I looked up Alexander Wolf so I knew his name to bring it up 10 minutes ago, but I had to look it up, so I missed the opportunity. But I did like the moment where Alexander Wolf was like, used to be, badass to Killian Dane. That was a good moment. I think everything was for that moment, not even the Grizzly guys. And I agree.
I love that you had to look up his name. That's amazing.
I was like, I know this guy. Which one is he? I don't want to fuck this up. Sanity was awesome. Anyway, yeah. There was all this promise of violence and extreme stuff, and I don't want to dog Kross. I thought without any expectations, it was a great match, and I really enjoyed it on TV. And like what you were saying, Wednesday night was 2 main events. They were both really good. But it didn't live up to the violence and the type of stuff that Kross promised, and maybe he needs to reel his promos back.
But I don't know. Okay, look, you remember when we saw him and Marty the Moth do their street fight thing, right? I felt like it was on par with that because Kross is actually a technical wrestler. He's not an ECW kind of guy. He's not a plunder, trash cans and whatnot kind of guy. So it's not really his match. That they're billing it as that kind of thing, and they're billing him as
his eyeballs out. You said you were gonna
I get it, but I mean, even Moxley is more of a hardcore wrestler guy than Kross. Kross would rather get in the ring and do suplees and
I get that.
Spin kicks and stuff.
But Moxley cuts the promo where he says, "If I have to, I'll wrap myself in barbed wire and I will jump on you and I'll harm myself," and then he'll do that. Whereas Kross's his promo didn't match. I loved both independently, but I don't think his promos for this match matched.
Well, see, here's the thing I'll say. I liked it once they got in the arena. I liked him throwing the LDF guys through the plexi.
Yeah.
The Doomsday on the announce table was awesome. And the fact that they set it up perfectly ahead of time by him grabbing the steps and throwing him into the right spot. And I think the ref moved him perfectly off camera. But that's the kind of stuff that I appreciate in wrestling. By the time they come to do the spot, you don't even realize that Kross has the stairs there to be able to do the Doomsday. Because the Doomsday is a low angle move. It doesn't have high elevation. Right. So for him to do it right, he had to be standing up a little bit higher. And because of it, pitch perfect spot. Nobody gets hurt. He protects the hell out of Santos. Everything goes sky high from the announce table and shatters everywhere. It looked fantastic. Kudos to both of those guys.
That was, and I'm realizing Meef isn't talking much about this match yet, so I'm gonna say one thing and step back because I think he's a little invested. I have this. I always go back to the Kevin Owens power bomb on Sami Zayn, which put him out for months. I feel like there's certain spots you treat like that, and it makes for better storytelling, and it also helps on the bump card for the guys. That looked really great, but it didn't mean that much to me in the match because he couldn't pin him there. And also, like, he also stood up so he could be rolled into the ring. There wasn't much selling of something that should be murder. It looked
right, but look at it too. Here's the thing with Kross, and I do want Meef to talk about the Santos side of this. Here's the thing with Kross. If you're building Kross the way that they are building Kross as kind of the monster, he's still undefeated in NXT.
Something they've now started to know.
Yeah. So, and now they're playing that storyline. Yes. If you look at the highlight reel, it's like Leon Ruff and 2 other random black dudes who aren't even in WWE, and then Tommaso Ciampa. And all the good highlights are Tommaso Ciampa. Like, they're only going to get so much mileage on that highly inappropriate apron spot with him and Tommaso Ciampa. I actually wish they would get that out of his highlight reel because it doesn't look pretty. It's not a good look for us, in my opinion. Like, get that piece of footage out of there. But you could tell this was almost designed to be stuff on his reel. Yeah, it really was. Like that Doomsday on the announce table, that is a real spot. Throwing the other guys through the plexi was a real spot. They're probably going to even use him wielding the pickaxe thing, even though he just slammed it into the door and nothing really broke and he didn't really hurt anybody with it. Whatever. It was kind of.
Could you imagine being a union worker and you, like, your shift is over and you walk out to your truck and you're like,
what? And the funny thing is, I bet that was the most dangerous spot in the whole show because he took a real pickaxe into metal, and that'll just ring your hand, or you could break your knuckles or wrist on that spot easier than anything else he did all night. Anyway, Meef, talk to us about Santos. Why did your boy lose? What happened? We all thought he was going to win. We really did.
Booking. But no, I mean, the thing is for me is I didn't like him losing because I never like him losing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like story-wise
he
should have won this match because it seems kind of weak. But at the same time, he picked him apart quite easily. If you know what I mean, like you said, the two distractions were literally just a distraction. Kross killed them, and then Santos got the upper hand again by himself. But really, and then they distracted, got killed again, kind of thing. So it was kind of more Santos just picking him apart and throwing him about.
The thing where he welcomed Kross to face to face. He wasn't. He didn't try to like sideswipe him. All the other guys are fighting him. He's like, "Oh, you beat up my dudes. That's fine, but you still have to come fight me." So I thought he looked super strong, and he also took 3 finishes, and one of them was a murder finish, which wasn't even the last one. Like I thought
he looked strong in the match itself. I think where he doesn't look strong is in the booking of the match. In a no DQ match where you've got your homies helping, and Scarlett is literally backpedaling and running away from the action.
Yeah, so that was the worst part as well.
I thought, if anything, they should have had Scarlett out there like giving paper cuts to the LDF boys with tarot cards or something. Like, get her involved. She can wrestle. She's no slouch. Like, she shouldn't be going with the boys or whatever. But if you're going to be a heel manager, you should be out there causing some kind of mischief and trouble. She was literally backing away up the ramp the whole time,
smashing hourglass on one of their faces.
Yeah, like do something.
The destroyer.
Trip them, distract them, blow them kisses and distract them. I don't care. Like, be a heel manager though. Let her do something. And the fact that I didn't like that this was a no DQ match. And Kross has the odds stacked against him and beats a champion because, again, that weakens the champion. But this was an episode of doing that. We weakened Johnny Gargano right off the bat with Loomis losing to Loomis. Now we're having the Cruiserweight champ get beat by a guy out of his weight class, but not outsmarting him. Like, I just don't go get what's going on with the booking. I like the match. The match was great. I think that Santos was probably happy in the end to do his buddy a favor. Like, if somebody was going to do Kross a favor, I'm sure he didn't mind doing that part of it, and he'll get his heat back. But
and Kross obviously let Santos get all the shit, and he could get.
Yeah. I mean, I think as soon as Kross knew he was going over, he was probably more than happy to try to do his best to make Santos look good. And I think that Santos did look good. I don't know.
But then the worst part is, at 3 o'clock in the morning, they decide to bring out the fucking Adam Cole.
I don't get this either. But come on, man.
Segment was after the main event.
Here's one of your champions and your new guy that you're putting over huge in this huge no DQ match. They should have gone off the air right there. Instead, they threw 3 commercial breaks in the middle of this epic match. And then we get a 10-minute overrun of Adam Cole doing what we already know is going to happen. Like, Byron, were there any surprises in the UE storyline here?
Here's my okay, I got to set my cat down. She's going to murder me. There you go.
Your cat's not nice, dude.
Here's my surprise. They forgot the last time they tried to give Roddy a mic and have him be a face on the show.
Oh, so
horrible. Why?
Why did you do it, Adam?
Roddy is not a talker with that voice, bro.
He's a son of a bitch. Keep him heel.
I mean, dude, I could see Roddy in a dark alley, stab a man in his eyeballs, rip them out and eat them and do the most vicious thing in the world. And then if he turned to me right after that and cut that promo, I would just laugh and not be afraid of him again.
When he was going up against Bobby Roode, remember him? Who's a talent?
Love Bobby Roode.
Who's a talent?
What's happened to Bobby Roode? Is he still there?
He's tagging with Dolph Ziggler.
Is he?
Yeah. They're a tag team on SmackDown or Raw, one of those things.
Holy shit. That's well put together, though, let's be honest. Those two guys.
Bobby Roode was healing up face Roddy. Roddy was doing the promos, the vignettes about his wife and his kid, that was or his fiance at the time. And it's funny because she's a worker too, so she had to have been in on it. But Bobby Roode came out and he's like, yeah. Like, no one cares about you and your marginally attractive fiance, blah, and your dumb kid. I laughed my ass off. I'm like, this is the guy I want to win.
I like Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode.
Roddy Strong looked so dumb and just bad. You're like, this guy's stuck. You make him a heel, he's better. You make him a heel, you could bring up the fact that the day after the honeymoon, they went to Disneyland and his wife had to be in a wheelchair the whole time.
I know. This just...
He has a huge... That's what
Adam heel, baby. I get it. I got it. Good.
I know it's all just like... But it was just... It's so painful when you know they're doing the swerve or a bad guy does something bad and he comes out and
he's doing the tearful thing.
And then he swerves again and you're like...
So,
save me 20 minutes of my life.
Look, here's the real question. So now Adam Cole's got this whole other thing going on, the breakup of the UE. Does this finally leave room for Kross and Balor? And do we even want that to happen? I really was hoping Balor would drop to somebody else and then Kross could take it from them. But I feel like now...
I think there's a lot of layers to this. And Balor...
If Finn lets it happen.
Balor, I mean, I don't know where you guys keep talking about that. I've never heard a thing about him being...
I don't need to find it anywhere. I can just see it.
He's a bad
I can
guy.
See things. What happened? No.
Tattoos of playing Legos.
It's studying and watching the actions of the people who book the show. Kross was doing his shit. He had the big entrance, and we all know Finn Balor's promo where he went a little bit off script was not about Damian Priest. It was about Karrion Kross coming in when Finn had just turned up, and Finn's like, "Oh, I'm special. I'm Finn Balor. Everybody loves Finn Balor."
I felt that way too.
Kross was like, boom, and he completely outshone that little leprechaun prick.
All right,
Pale-faced motherfucker.
I mean, I think,
and he's the kind of guy who would backstage be.
I
don't know what he's doing backstage or not, but I agree with. Look, they haven't booked.
You can tell.
They haven't booked Kross to deal with him yet, and they haven't put him in Finn Balor's spear ever. You know, and Kross got the belt at one point in time, which I can't feel like Finn was happy about. And then Finn was the pivot when Kross was injured. I don't know that.
Finn's going into WrestleMania with the belt. He wants it, and he'll probably use his juice. Now, I remembered some of his interviews about if NXT should have their title on, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'd really like to do a match on NXT and WrestleMania that weekend. It's like, it's him. So I get it. And I also get like that actually puts a wrench because Kross should be champ by then. But okay, I get it. But also
he should win it that weekend. I mean, he really should, but I don't think they'll do that.
I do accept. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of credibility into what Meef ever says, but I do. And I also dislike racism most of the time, but I accept Meef just hating Finn because he's Irish. He's a dirty Irishman.
You know what would be balls? You know what would be balls? It would get almost anyone to pop. I say Kross takes the belt off of Finn at NXT. Then he shows up for the Edge Roman match and literally just stands ringside like this the whole time and watches the two of them.
Yeah.
That would be so balls. And nothing even has to come out of it. He can just go back to NXT the next week with the belt. But if he literally just stood there and watched Roman and Edge, or maybe even watched both of the belt matches, it would be so dope.
I'm gonna what is it when you take someone's joke and you punch it up, where you reply with a joke that should be funnier? I'm gonna add on to that and say I think that during that, Finn should come out and him and Kross should brawl a little bit over their feud over the belt, interrupting a WWE title match to have a brief NXT title segment on WrestleMania in the main event.
I would keep it simpler than that, because that's NXT disrespecting the big shows. Yeah. But like if Kross is just standing there announcing like, hey, I'm one of the big boys too, I think that serves a better purpose and also doesn't get him heat with the other boys.
Raven it sit at the ringside.
It announces it. And not put him on commentary or any of that stupid shit.
Yeah,
just like literally have him walk out and sit in the front row with the belt.
Yeah.
Or stand there, whatever. It would be awesome. Anyway, let's take another quick break because I want to talk about the best match of the week, and we haven't definitely gotten there with the
watched it on
the show. So we'll be right back after this to tell you what the match of the week is, and I can also assure you it involves one of your favorite luchadors.
Lucha-masks.com, in partnership with Mask Republic, give you personal protective masks to keep you Lucha strong in the fight versus COVID-19. With world-class luchadors Blue Demon Jr., the Lucha Brothers, LA Park, Ultimo Dragon, Cain Velasquez, Conan, and so much more. Head to lucha-masks.com and you too can become a masked warrior. Lucha-masks.com, powered by Pro Wrestling Revolution.
You know what is really good about my birthday, Byron?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you say?
You know what's really good about my birthday? That it's all about me.
Disagree. It's also, well, I guess you can have this one because you have a lot less left.
It makes it, but see, this is why people like Urban question whether or not I'm even real. Because you just bury me, Byron. You make me seem like I'm not even real. Yeah. I'm just a collection of mark photos on the internet because Byron steals all my thunder. Can I not have one day?
I have so many questions on this entire statement.
What a bastard.
What pictures? I post pictures of you for Taya, and then I got a request. Where's my picture?
Really?
Balaturk.
Remember?
Call him now.
Wasn't for me, was it?
No, because I posted yours.
I know. Well, and to be fair, the one that I had already posted on Twitter did better because she liked it and retweeted it and was very happy about it.
That one. It's like whatever. Taya rules.
We're very, very happy for her. She's very, very happy. Oh, yeah. It sounds like whatever they have in the works for her is very much to her liking.
Cool.
And I don't know what that will be, but it won't be what Byron thought, which is hanging out with the Miz and his lady because they're already finished filming that for the season. And I don't think they're going back for a while. I have a
friend who works on that show, but no, I'm just saying in general, she is absolutely going to be in the loop on that show moving forward.
I'm excited about it because I feel like they need another woman in there. And it's like, you saw like Tamina got a win this past week and whatnot. It's like, God, Tamina just doesn't belong there. And here's the thing about the women's divisions. They almost need to break them into weight classes. And I hate to say it that way because it's not really fair. But at the same time, it's like, look, cruiserweights are better against other cruiserweights a lot of time. You know, the size disparity thing only works sometimes. And you get performers like Tamina and Nia Jackson, Nyla Rose, and you know who they should be fighting? They should be fighting Deonna Purrazzo and ODB and like there's a division of women who are great wrestlers, but it is hard to go back and forth between the two. Like Natalya can do a little bit, but she doesn't get over as much with these little skinny, tiny girls. Like how much more would Natalya get over if she was wrestling Deonna Purrazzo or Taya every week? Taya can go back and forth between them. Taya can work the small girls and the bigger, stronger girls. She is right in between.
They didn't sign Deonna.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's why it's so unfortunate. Like there's all these companies now with all these female wrestlers, but at the same time, if you look at Impact, they have several women who are good in that realm with Su Yung and Deonna Purrazzo and ODB and Jazz even. They're a little bit thicker. They're stronger. They do power moves. They do hoss fights, you know, as opposed to like the Thunder Rosa size girls who Chelsea Greens and, you know, Alexa Bliss,
Casey
Canizero, but even Sasha, even Charlotte to a certain extent. Charlotte can work the big girls, but she can't do the big spots. She can't do the big lifts with those girls. And if those girls can't move fast enough to catch her right on her moonsaults and some of her other stuff, we've seen that happen with Charlotte when she works those girls. I can't stand Charlotte and Natalya. They work terribly together. Mickie James and Natalya work great. Mickie James and Charlotte work great, but Charlotte and Natalya don't. Like, it's just a thing. And I don't know if they pay attention to it or not, but I think that Taya will help them out so much because I feel like she is one of those performers that can bridge that gap. She could work a Tamina one week and she could work Sasha Banks the next. Yeah. She can work with Casey Catanzaro and figure out how to make her not suck. She can work. I don't know if Xia Li is going to work out because Taya does have problems when they're a little too short, and that might be a problem with Casey, but I feel like she could do great power spots with Casey and she could also sell some of those flippy shit moves.
That's a good point. I really hope Xia Li gets a lot more TV time and is really successful.
We'll see.
Do you think no, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to make a joke about how JR got Gail Kim a push.
I will leave it alone.
This is why we have the fourth person on the show, because then the blanket.
Because he would go for it. He'd bite. I do want to talk about AEW Dynamite because AEW Dynamite did have this week's best wrestling performance of the shows.
Yeah.
Mox versus Ryan Nemeth was quick but solid. Not much to say there. The Mox promo was good.
That match was over before I could. It was competitive enough for me to want to tweet. I'm calling it. Nemeth is going to beat Mox and then take the match from him.
Yeah. By the time you get the tweet ready, the match is already over.
Yeah.
Nice. But I'll tell you what. Look, if they don't come through with this death match now, after this promo that Mox cut, where he's talking about trying to be like the real Japanese death matches and wanting to be in the Japanese magazines and stuff, dude. If you're going to cut a promo that is speaking directly to the fans who actually know what you're talking about, you better freaking come through.
Yeah. That's where you
will have a death match
on the Kross promo and match. But maybe for me,
but Kross wasn't speaking to those fans. Kross was talking to the WWE universe. Yeah. Jon Moxley is speaking specifically to the Caseys of the world, to the guys who really know. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, bro, I get it. You're going for indie street cred. They're going for indie cred with this whole thing. So they better get it dialed in.
Maybe they're having money problems and they realize they can't pay Mox really too much longer. So they're like, oh, yeah, sure, do a match that might ruin your career.
Look, I think it's more Kenny. I think Kenny wants the stink. I think Mox probably suggested it, and Kenny was like, hell yes, let's do this thing, and let's see what happens from there. I don't know. Hollywood Blondes versus Tasmaniacs. I've said this before. Cage and Starks, I think, leave them as a team because they've ruined Cage as a solos guy.
Did you see the Impact commercial they did where Tony had the group of people behind him and they all were cutting promos, and then Cage, all he had to do was say I'm a former Impact champ and I can tell you that place sucks, right? And he fucked it up, and the whole time when everyone else is talking, you see him just go stupid, whatever to himself, fuck, that's stupid.
How come mine doesn't have a cool picture?
Huh? Oh no, my camera battery ran out, so then I have to redo my settings. You didn't
take yourself as a picture of Edgar Allan Poe.
Well, why don't I have a cool picture like Byron's? I want a cool picture too.
You got to set it up.
Pay for your own account. I think that's what it is, because I tried to do that.
I think I had one in there before, but then when I logged into the MMM account and went back, it messed it up. Anyway, Drill Claw from Cage, clean for the win.
Yeah, those look sweet.
About time. Sting, body bag, Darby, zip lines. The Painters Union takes out the Tasmaniacs. Yay! Who cares?
No, I thought it was awesome.
It
was so cool, man.
Unimpressed. It was so cool for Darby to come all the way in on the zip line and then for them to have to cut to a different angle while he got taken out of it by the referee for 4.5 minutes. It was a great segment.
He was
stupid.
He was able to.
It's one of those things you can see that this was a problem with AEW. Though it's like we said about Lucha Underground at times. It sounds fucking fantastic as an idea, and then when in reality it's shit.
Look, back in the day, Sting would do the decelerator rappel into the ring. We obviously know no one is ever doing that spot again after Owen Hart. Okay.
Yeah.
So they have to do a lamer version of it. But the second you go there, then it should just be like, look, you're not freaking Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. This bit has been done. There's not even a crowd here to really pop for this thing, which would have covered it up perfectly. And you have Darby coming in on a zip line. I'm over it.
Okay,
so
that's
over
fine.
it.
But I enjoyed it. I liked the video before. I mean, I still don't like the segment before where they didn't answer what happened when like they tried to commit kidnapping and homicide in a hate crime against Darby. I feel like that should have been dealt with. There should have been something about it. But I do like the promo where Sting is dragging Darby and Darby gets out and he smiles. They don't all make sense, but I dig Darby's videos.
That part was better. No, that part, I didn't mind that part so much. The in-ring schmoz part with the rappel or the zip line was just...
I mean, I get what that is. I expected that. Like, he comes down and then he beats some guys up and then they cut the Sting for a minute afterwards so he could get out of the harness. I get it. Fine. I enjoyed the thing. Sting hit the death drop, which I loved. He hit a Stinger Splash. You know, I yelled Stinger Splash when he did it. And you can ask my neighbors about that too. I enjoyed it. Stuff is happening in the program. I
was yelling too. My neighbors heard me. But what I was yelling is, why the fuck is this on my television?
Well, because it's awesome.
Happier things have come. Happier things have come.
And yeah,
I'll tell you my next happy thing. Fuck Stink in the Darby promo.
I feel though they had about 3-4 weeks of not moving the story forward when they did the same thing over and over again.
Put it on dark.
That kind of killed it.
Miro. Back to Miro form. I like this where he's a little more subtle with the promo and talking about how great Chuck actually is and come home, Chuck.
I love that.
All this stuff cracked me up. Miro's a funny guy. Dude, he is a funny guy. Like, if anybody was following his Rusev Twitter when he was in WWE and getting buried, like, his Twitter was better than everything he was doing on the show. And, like, bringing that Miro into this segment a little bit was great. And he still handed up a little too much in spots, but when he's being subtle and just, like, trying to play it serious but still saying the stupidest shit ever, it's the funniest thing in the world to me. I don't know why.
I did not expect him to ask Charles to come back.
Yeah, that was great. Come home, Charles. Come home.
But I do think that whole program is killing Kip Sabian. I thought Kip Sabian was getting over and finding his groove. I
think it's putting Kip Sabian exactly where Kip should be, in the shadow behind Miro and Penelope.
Yeah, but no, I thought they had a good thing going.
Let the kid come out and look pretty and wrestle every now and then, and let Miro do all the talking. I like it so much better this way. That's just me. I don't know. I like it. Anyway.
Down cat.
Brandon Drago Cutler.
Yeah, do you know
versus Jake Hager. I gotta say, Jake looks like he has lost a step. I feel like he's been training MMA so much that the wrestling is not second nature anymore. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. Y2J and MJF bloody up the Bucks dad. Yeah. Feels very WCW circa 1998.
It was done with extreme precision. Like with the blood and the dad pretending.
Because the dad knows how to sell, but guess what? Wasn't done with extreme precision.
What?
We know, first of all, not hard way blood, not real blood at all.
But when he smeared the blood,
he does this, and then he reaches up super high, so the blood smear doesn't look like it came from his head. You did it wrong, old man. You're supposed to do this, then you turn your hand around before you hit the thing, so it looks like the blood came from your head. I don't want to think that it came from your hand, old man. Learn how to sell from your boys.
Yeah, but here's what I think they wanted. They wanted the end visual of the blood on the Bucks' faces, on their noses, I think, or whatever. Like, I think because
then throw him higher.
But I also felt like I didn't notice like him loading his hand from his face. I thought he just had blood on his hands for the spot. So when he goes in, he gets like hit the right spot. But
even then, the way you're supposed to do it is you turn and you put your hand up, protect your head from the shot, and then you get the blood all over the wall.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not supposed to be in a separate spot.
It's
not supposed to be in a separate spot. There was 2 spots on the left one, and then a giant handprint up on the top of the other side. Come on.
But look at what they got out of him. How much more are you going to ask for? Know what you're working
Dude,
with.
If you're going to sell color on a wrestling show, I don't care who you are. There's been a lot of average Joe schmoes who have gotten to do a blood spot. people's parents called in and brothers or regulars in the audience that have done it better than the old Bucks old man did.
This is dad. Better or worse?
Better.
All right.
So far. Don't get me wrong. It seems like the old man is willing to play ball, and maybe he could sell something a little better next time. And, you know, his boys are super carny, so I'm sure they were like, Dad, why did you do the blood up so high?
We could get our dad to work for free because he's happy to see us. Let's bring him back next week.
Yeah.
We'll have to pay.
See. It wasn't bad. I get it. You put your dad on the show. It's fun, whatever. They freaking own the show. They absolutely have every right to put their dad on there. Yeah. I don't mind. I love that they got a kick out of it. I just thought the blood spot could be a little better.
No, I get that. The way you brought it up, I get that, and I totally agree with that. I just thought they wanted that end visual of the blood on the spot of the trucks, and I was like, oh, that's funny. He was slapped it with his hand.
I hate saying this, but I actually love what they're doing with Hangman Page right now.
Right? I guess
I like it
right all along. I guess so.
He looks better off the gas, by the way. He is slimmed down. He looks a little flabby, but his in-ring work stuff and his power actually looks better to me. I don't need everybody that comes out to look like Ravishing Rick Rude. I just don't. I would rather have the guy be like he is now, be able to do those rope flip spots. He does a lot of top rope work too, like just jumping over and springing in and whatever. He
does. It's so funny though, because like most of the whole we're AEW's athletic competition, etc. Is most of the people who watch AEW, like MMA and things like that, they know that most of the best guys aren't like chiseled out of marble.
Yeah, unless you're Vitor Belfort on TRT, we don't need that.
Yeah.
It's you see that in
all I'm gonna say is Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua.
That's gonna be
but I mean you definitely
Byron's
see that
like, what the fuck?
No, I know what you're saying, and I agree with you.
They don't look like guys you'd be afraid of in an alley. You should be afraid of them in an alley.
Yeah. Do you look for the ears?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like it.
I'm telling you, he has all the subtle like character work and story stuff going on, and now like they've done all this stuff. It's
coming into Matt Hardy's sphere of influence is helping as well. Like I like all the Matt Hardy story stuff. I like what he was doing with Isaiah Cassidy. Where's the other one right now?
Marcus Quinn.
Yeah. Is he out?
Sure. Ooh, I hope not, because they were just doing the Impact stuff.
Because he wasn't there at all. So I don't know if maybe there was a COVID protocol thing or what, but it seemed odd that he wasn't there at all.
Yeah, he wasn't, which is weird.
But I gave TH2 more camera time, so you won't get a complaint from me.
Check this out. Okay, so Isaiah is that? So
Isaiah
Cassidy.
Is that what you're going for? I didn't even know what you were trying to say, but I'm assuming you're.
I ate like half a cake today, and I'm not myself. Normally, I'm much better.
Blown up.
So, his match against Jericho, when they were still like sort of like top flight, they were still like just the kids who came in who were doing
little indie darlings to job out.
Yeah, and he came in, and also, by the way, I don't know how it happened, but they were definitely like 20, 30 pounds lighter in muscle back then. And they also weren't afraid to take their shirts off on TV. So that match that he had with Jericho was good, and he cut a promo, and it was all good for a guy who's never had a singles match and is an indie darling tag team wrestler. He was like a child against Jericho. This match, it's a whole new person against Page.
He's a professional wrestler now.
Yeah.
Period. He's right in the mix. He's as good as anybody in the mid card. He fits in well. He's working well with the promo and the angle stuff. The in-ring stuff is great. He sells and bumps right. He's not taking terribly unnecessary risk, but enough risks for a new guy to look good. It's good. But Page is doing the same thing, which is where I feel Page should be too. He shouldn't be out there acting like he's Shane Douglas, because he's not yet. He will be, but give it some time, man. Like, go and do the work, thin out a little bit, be the best thing in the mid card, and then get yourself into the top program. Have it make sense when you get there. Like, even in my own career, there's just like, you don't want to get up jumped to a certain extent, because everyone's going to know you're not supposed to be there yet. And you're going to be like fighting to earn respect the whole time you're there. You're going to have to do things that you haven't earned the spot to do. You know, working your way up is not always a bad thing, because when you get there, you're ready for it. Like even The Rock, he says a lot of times, like, man, you know, when my gimmick was failing was almost better for me, because then once it took off too fast. I wasn't entirely ready when it first happened. And I had to earn it after I was already there. And that's hard. That's the hardest part of The Rock's career, is after he went heel and everyone, the I Hate You Rocky stuff started happening. That was a tough road for him. He was the top angle already just because he had so much heat, and he had to learn how to run with being in the top spot and fill in more time and this, that, and the other thing. And luckily he's a charismatic guy and he had all the talent to be able to do it. But for Page, obviously that he's not The Rock. So when they had him in the top spot and him next to Kenny and stuff, it felt off. It just wasn't ready yet, but I think it's getting there. Anyway, Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose. I hated that booking. I also don't understand why all of this women's stuff is not on the real show or Dark.
I mean, no, they're doing. I mean, it is a bit haphazard, but they're doing their third hour of TV is going to be Mondays. But that sounds weird the way I said it. But they are doing.
We've just hit our third hour of this episode as well.
Oh yeah.
We still have we got Casey coming up, guys. So stick around because it's going to be worth it.
They're doing a third show, another show on Mondays. So I think that they're sort of like opening up the time slot to get people to watch AEW on Mondays.
Maybe.
But also it's all on the internet, so that doesn't really
which I just think is stupid. I don't entirely get what they're doing, but whatever. Just start getting it out there, and then after COVID's over, once you can start getting back in arenas, I think is when they're going to really see what they can do with all this programming, and if they turn these into network shows or not, because they can't sell them as network shows right now, because they can do them with an empty audience right now. They can have all sorts of wrestling content because the TVs and the cameras and everything is already set up. It's there. Yeah, let's just go and rent the spot out and do another thing. Are you going to be able to get that much content in front of an audience down the line to be able to sell it for TV, or have TNT put it on, or try to go at WWE with this programming? I don't know. I don't know that the roster's deep enough. I don't know that the storylines work well enough. Like, let's get Dynamite to a good 2 hours every week and then start looking at this other stuff.
Yeah, I do. But I do want to say, go out of your way to watch this women's tournament.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because they're not showing enough of it, and they're not even doing very good recaps. So, but Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose, this is the payback for Nyla destroying Britt when they were on the same team, by the way, breaking Britt all up and putting her out for a while on sloppiness.
Yeah.
And Nyla goes over.
I thought it was a really great match. It was a little weird that she went over, but I thought the match told a story well of.
I thought that Nyla worked a lot cleaner, and Britt knew how to work with her finally.
But
got a cool picture.
That is a cool
you got a cool one too. This sucks for me.
Oh well, maybe two of us know how to use computers. Actually, I don't know how we've got that, because we tried to get.
So do you know when you log in?
But anyway,
and you can pick a picture.
Okay.
Okay. So Britt, standing face to face with Nyla Rose, there's nothing about her that says she should do any kind of harm to Nyla.
Which I guess makes sense, but
Nyla, she did a really great job of looking like a competitive opponent, and it could have gone either way. I was thinking Britt should win, and she's in the spot where she should go over, but
this is why I don't want Nyla to win. There's nobody I want to see Nyla wrestle in AEW. Who I want to see Nyla wrestle? Toni Storm.
Would you want to see Nyla wrestle? Would you want to see Nyla wrestle Thunder Rosa?
No, not at all. Not even partially. I hate that matchup.
I think it'll be good.
There is no one in AEW that I want to see Nyla wrestle. They don't have the right frame. They don't have the right moveset. There's no one that I think she matches up well with. She's either the dominant champion that none of them can beat, or she should get the hell out.
Yeah,
I just don't see any place for her there. I would rather see her in NXT. I think Nyla Rose in NXT would be fire. I think she sucks in AEW because there's nothing there for her. She can't get any better because no one has the power there to get anything better out of her.
Yeah.
No one.
Or offer anything for her to do.
She can't hoss fight. All she can do is throw these girls around, and these girls don't deserve to be thrown around. Yeah. There's no place for Nyla Rose at AEW. There just isn't, to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nyla Rose goes over because they didn't want to do Britt versus Thunder Rosa in the next match. I think it comes down to that. But to your point, they haven't programmed Nyla Rose for a while because you can't. She's a special attraction, to your point. So, like,
but at this point, I expect her to go all the way and win the title.
It would have been great if they had her and Aja Kong. Not Aja Kong.
I mean, all I see is Thunder Rosa jobbing out to Nyla next. That's all I can see happening. Do you think Mel gets the win over Nyla Rose?
I mean,
and if she does that make any sense in this universe?
I don't know. I mean,
see, that's why Nyla Rose sucks.
Because
not because of anything that poor Nyla's doing. It's not even that. Yeah, she was wrestling sloppy before, but this match was totally clean. She did everything she was supposed to do. But it ruins the division.
Looking at but also Thunder Rosa isn't an AEW wrestler. I say that also while I say that I can't wait for her AEW action figure because that should be coming out. But looking at who won the Japanese side of the tournament, it's definitely someone who can go against Nyla Rose, who Nyla Rose can have a match with.
Well, that's what's going to have to happen, and then we'll see.
So, yeah, it looks like... I mean,
we're not expecting anyone from the Japanese side to win this thing, are we?
No.
And actually get the title shot?
The person that they brought up isn't one of their, I don't think, more established personalities. So she's not the most over already. Like Maki Ito would be over, but she's not. Her character really...
Maki Ito went out in the first round, didn't she?
Yeah, her character isn't really about winning.
Right. I get it.
Maybe she'll get to that, but they put someone who does well, but yeah, she's not going to show up, and people are already going to be asking her to be the champ.
Yeah. All right, I got to talk about the match of the week. This match was great. I did not have high expectations for it, and that might have made it better. I was expecting Kross versus Santos Escobar to be the match of the week, and it wasn't bad. It was probably a solid number 2, but Lance Archer, who I haven't been a very big fan of recently, versus Rey Fenix was absolute fire. And this is why I say Rey Fenix is the best in the world right now. I do not think if this match had been Kenny Omega versus Lance Archer, that it would have been as good as this was. And this is why it has to be Fenix. This is why Fenix is the best in the world.
Yeah, but to counterpoint what you're saying, every week you come up and you say, I'm making a declaration, and this is why that Rey Fenix is the best wrestler in the world. When every week we all have been saying that since before Rey Fenix was even getting matches on AEW.
But he's proven it is all I'm saying. He's actually proving it. And I was surprised because I didn't think Lance was going to give him enough to prove it with.
You have a guy like Meefloaf who admittedly, doesn't come from anything impressive, but what he does have is, a solid opinion about some things, and he got something right. And you come out here like months later, and you're like, yeah, here's a revolutionary idea.
You're not even going to give me this one on my birthday, Byron?
Meefloaf said, no, I want to insult you and Meefloaf at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Well, I didn't mind the part where you were insulting Meefloaf, but I'm just saying you're not even going to give me this one on my birthday? No. You are just mean. No,
yeah,
but seriously.
I'm supposed to know that he's the best in the world. You guys realize it later. That's how it works.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, too.
That's fair.
Listen, but honestly, Phoenix is not the surprising part of this match. It's Lance Archer.
Yeah.
Hold on. He's dancing behind you.
Is he?
Well, no, the other guy's flipping.
Flip. That was Jack Flip. They never do. Are you expecting good camera work, especially on dark, for TH2's entrance?
He's dancing. Oh, look at that swagger.
Oh, it's already over. All the best parts are done.
Do the shirt thing. The jacket rolls off your arms when you do this.
Wow, can you never do this ever again, Byron? Please.
You're going to miss some good stuff about Angelico because I'm not going to let you stick around for the Lucha Underground thing today. I'm just saying.
I watched the episode. I'm ready to go.
Nope. Doing it without you. Anyway, This is also the ladder match qualifier, which kind of sucks that Fenix lost because I didn't expect him to win because look, Lance needs to be in that match. Let's be honest. Lance Archer needs to be in that match. It just the whole universe needs that to happen. Fenix's dive into the barrier is becoming my favorite thing ever. Yeah. He just gets more wild with it, but also surprisingly more accurate every time. But he ran faster this time. Faster and harder. I mean, and he lands like standing up in the front row over the barrier, like out there with the gun family. I'm like, what are you doing? This is awesome.
I love how he test ran that spot.
We call that the Pena.
Yeah, he test ran that spot on a major pay-per-view with like the mother of his boss.
Well, it's the, sit in the boss's lap.
Spot. I don't want to hurt a fan.
There's other ways he could have done things on that pay-per-view with the boss's mother,
Yeah. So do we call that the Pena dive now? Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the Pena.
The Pena? The Maricela? Anyway, I love that spot, but the spot that I was surprised that I loved was Archer's old school thing or whatever that they need a name, by the way, where he does the rope walk, but then he does it into the weird flippy deal. He landed it perfectly, and Fenix pulled him in because Fenix is the best. Oh my God.
We're saying.
Are you surprised that Fenix made that Archer spot look better than it's ever looked before? I'm not.
You know what I enjoy about that spot? Every time JR is like, oh, this is the Undertaker thing.
Oh, he didn't this time.
Oh,
he didn't. Yeah. He didn't go, Jake's going old school. He didn't do any of that nonsense this time.
He's hulking up.
Yeah. Whatever. I was a little worried when on the dive over Jake the Snake thing. It was a botch, but I don't think it was avoidable. Like, Fenix saw where Archer was standing. He ran and did the dive. Archer, a guy his size, is never going to be able to scoot over 4 feet that fast. He got as quickly as he could. He got under Ray enough for him to not go head first into the ground and saved him from dying, but it was a botch. Make no mistake about it. That was not clean, and that did not go exactly the way it was intended, but it was still awesome.
But that's the thing with Fenix. He's a luchador, so botches are part of him going fucking nuts in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just, for a guy like Fenix to know that a guy like Archer doesn't have that quick a step to get over. Like Archer's got 7 good months left on those knees anyway. Like, let's be real with the dude. Let's not expect him to take a leap step forward on a bad right knee or anything anytime soon, bro.
Yeah.
I just loved this match. I just thought that this was Fenix showing that he's the best bout machine. It's him.
Yeah, he is. Can't wait to get my boss fight figure of Fenix next 5 years from now.
Look, Meefloaf, I have an idea. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should kick Byron the hell out of here. I think we should find Casey, and we should talk about some Lucha Underground. Okay. That worked for you, Byron? Great.
Birthday, thanks. Byron. Have a shit
birthday. I think I need to go to a hospital anyway right now.
Byron, tell me happy birthday. Tell me happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Byron.
No. Tell me. Tell me happy birthday. Just say it. Just give it up. All you gotta do one time, one fucking year, Byron. You can do this. I believe
you're kicking me off the show.
I have, but it's because I have faith in you that you can tell me happy birthday, and then I can go and party and celebrate and enjoy my birthday without you.
Last year at the screening in front of everyone, I said, "Hey, everybody, just so you know, the people who don't know me here, which is a good amount of them, I said, just so you know, it's my birthday. But it would be tacky for me to ask you to sing me happy birthday."
Right.
This guy, Justin, it's his birthday too today.
Right.
Can you sing him happy birthday?
I'm not disputing that you did the right thing after the fact, but you did the right thing after I already did a good piece of business for you and ceded the birthday to you, where I had no plans on getting over on you at all. I was the better man. I was the good guy. I walked into that as going to Byron's birthday party. Yeah, go away.
He took the pen.
I might as well. I think this is it. I'm going to say happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
He said it. Oh, thank you.
You son of a bitch.
Happy
That's
birthday,
it.
Justin.
Get out of
Enjoy
here,
it.
Byron. We're coming back with Casey to talk about some Lucha Underground.
If you're listening to this and you haven't visited luchacentral.com, it's time to do it. luchacentral.com is the online home for Lucha Libre, where you can get all of the top news in English and in Spanish. Find the best curated video content and original content not seen anywhere else. Find when Lucha Libre events would be happening in your area. Find photo galleries from top photographers covering Lucha Libre around the world. From weekly polls to annual awards. Seen and read by top executives in all of the major Lucha Libre promotions across the globe. And on top of that, it's free. LuchaCentral.com, your centralized place for all things Lucha Libre.
I tried out for a Josh Gates show. Hey, and we're back. This is the part of the show without Byron. This is the part of the show that's actually my birthday. So glad he's gone now. Woo.
I have a song for you,
What's the song?
Justin. Happy birthday to you.
That's
and
me.
Only you.
That's still me.
Byron is an asshole,
That's
and he
true.
licks all ours too.
Yep, that's the way we go. Thank you. Woo! Happy birthday,
birthday,
Al.
But only if we go to the cabin in the woods with him.
Man,
I guess I'll say happy birthday to Byron too, just because I've known him for so long, and he's turning 40.
Is this the big one?
Fuck it.
It's
is this the big
40 years old.
Oh my God.
He's gonna bleep me saying that.
Of course
he
he
edits
is.
the show. Yeah. There's gonna be a
50.
voice that really doesn't sound like me saying he's turning 27.
This is something new because I've never done this part of like setting the show up. Like I used to do it all the time. In fact, I used to have to do all the fucking work because Byron wouldn't help me for shit. But now, because Byron was like, no, let's keep doing the show. And I was like, sure, I'll keep doing it. And Casey was like, sure, I'll keep doing it as long as I don't have to do shit except show up and say what I want to say. And then I was like, I'll keep doing it as long as I don't have to fucking edit until 3 a.m. And Byron decided that that was going to be his new world. So then we started doing all this fangled shit with StreamYard and blah, blah, blah.
I just told him to fucking do it.
The Kevin and this, that, and the other thing. But this is my first time actually trying to set this thing up because Byron literally is in a cabin in the woods right now.
Or a tent. Maybe a
doing
tent.
things.
Yeah. He might
Possibly
be
murdering a female. We don't know.
You know what I would? Oh, that would be true.
Every year on his birthday.
Yeah, you were talking about Josh Gates before we started.
It's the big 40.
Yeah.
It's the big 40. He's finally reached that milestone of the bodies.
Finally getting there. I applied to be on one of those shows once, one of those ghost hunting shows. I was going to be like the audio guy, but on camera. This was back when I was still an audio dude.
Nice.
Oh, that'd have been fantastic.
You could be like, did you hear that?
Well, and I was like second in the running for the actual gig because you actually have to do audio too. But I told them that basically I wanted my character to be the black guy who was like, no, hell no, I'm not going in there all the time. Like, nope, that's stupid. That's too real. That's actually
I've
a
seen
real
the
thing in
movie.
there.
Dude,
I died first.
Yeah.
I don't think they were ready for that.
Yeah. They wanted you to die first, like Meef said, and that's not cool. That's not cool.
Yeah, I was gonna. That was my whole thing. It was like I wasn't gonna be the skeptic character. I was gonna be the hell no, this might be real. I'm the fuck out of here guy.
Yeah, the fuck this shit guy,
Yeah.
which I think those shows need more of. Actually.
Right, and it got me to second in the running out of like 20 or 30 people, but then they ended up picking a girl with tatas. I think was how that went down.
It
might be
happens.
glitchy again.
It happens. Dude, Justin, I have amazing stuff to share with you guys.
Casey?
Yes.
I know. So what I would love is for my birthday, I would like for you to give yourself a present right now.
That's what I do. I give myself things for your guys' birthdays because you assholes forgot my birthday and had to go record another ad-in before. I don't forget that shit.
Oh my!
Not one.
That was so tragic, bro.
Not one cameo from Sid on my birthday,
So
and now he's
tragic.
not even doing them. Not one cameo from Pentagon on my birthday, and now he's not even doing them.
Also
Not even
tragic.
one cameo of Phantasma with splinters through his head. Cable splinters.
Too soon.
That was not too soon. I guarantee by this point in this show, Meef, we will have already talked about it and made you cry. I guarantee it.
Oh, good. I'm glad I missed that part because I didn't watch much this week. I did watch Sting beat the fuck out of Brian Cage though. Hell yeah.
You gotta watch if you haven't watched. Archer versus Ray Fenix. Watch that. That was the best wrestling match of the week.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm not there yet. I got like an hour in before the show. And,
watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
You enjoy it.
Okay, so what I did get myself is the new Pro Wrestling crate, Justin.
Oh, snappies. What's in it? Hold on. This is the part where I get to say, John Doe has the upper hand. What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
Okay, so first they sent me Gwyneth Paltrow's head. I make that joke every time, but it's still funny every time.
One day
it will actually come.
Be.
Okay, so it
won't be a candle scented like her vagine.
Oof.
That's one of the things she sells now. It's crazy. Like,
something happened in it.
First of all,
something legally happened.
Is anybody supposed to know what that smells like besides, Harvey Weinstein? And second of all, do I want to know what that smells like? I don't know. Maybe I do.
I don't know. Ask Tony Stark, man. He's all about that shit.
Yeah.
He even cried in space when he thought he was going to die. That's how much he missed that candle smell.
Hey, maybe it was a good one.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so what's in the box? What's in the goddamn box?
So I need to start with the autograph this time. I usually start with the shirts, but
hold on. I got to do the Byron thing. How do I do that thing? I got to do this, right? This thing. No, this thing.
Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful man's beautiful image. A signed autograph.
Oh, playa, what's going on?
Oh, going one-on-one with The Undertaker. Okay, so I got to tell a story about our listener, Adam and Teddy Long really quick. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Adam's at a house show and Teddy Long's doing some crowd work in a segment that sounds like complete death and probably Teddy Long's least favorite thing to do in life. And he goes up to Adam and he says, "Who's your favorite superstar, playa?" And Adam says on mic to everyone, "Kenta Kobashi." And Teddy looked at him like he had 3 heads. And I love it. That is good answer.
I'm a professional wrestler in America, playa.
God damn. The man managed Doom. Show him some respect, Adam.
I know. Come on. Wow.
Doom was the shit. I've been watching ever since Butch died. I've been watching more Doom stuff, and they were like one of my favorite teams growing up. But like now that I know they just hit people really hard, it's like even better. Like, yeah. So they had that autograph, which is like a main event quality thing. But you guys know how much I love funky socks. Like, I'm always wearing a pair of funky socks. All right. Like, not funky like Stinky, but like a cool design on them. I
feel like that's a smart guy professory thing to wear cool socks. Like a lot of professors do that.
Yeah, because if you got to wear a shirt and tie all the time, it's like the one way you can express your personality, because you don't want to do like a cartoony tie. It's dumb.
That's what it is. My homegirl Candace does that too with like horror socks and Halloween socks, just because she has a job where she has to wear a uniform, but she always rocks the socks.
We may have some of the same pairs of socks, legit, but she doesn't have these ones, I bet. Look at this. No. First of all, Super Kick socks. Macho King Randy Savage. Right before he's about to cost Ultimate Warrior the world title against that Iraqi turncoat Sergeant Slaughter. And you know what? It's when he was getting stitched up, Warrior said, "Leave some of the glass in there." So I remember Randy Savage.
So basically, we're talking about the height of when he was on the gas, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to get the timeline right.
Less Coke, more gas.
Right. That was the height of the gas era.
Yeah. Also, we got. It looks more like Owen Wilson, but it's Owen Hart Micro Brawler Stampede version.
Oh wow!
But holy shit, it really looks like Owen Wilson.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like I'm expecting him to tell us to dire leak his balls right now.
And my name's Dignan, man. So what?
They have a variant of this in red also that is very, very limited. That is not the one I got. Not lucky in this box, but it's got the cool little Transformers file card on the back.
Dig it.
And the Owen Hart stuff's kind of rare. So this one was made only for the crate, which is kind of cool. But there's an even rarer variant. I think they made like 200 or something like that. The
Still
other
pretty
ones,
dope.
like, yeah, everyone who got a crate got the last one. I don't know how many crates they do. But there's some weird shit in this one. And we got to talk about some of the weird shit. Like this Kazuchika Okada shirt that looks like a bootleg rap shirt.
Yeah.
And it's kind of amazing.
It looks like a 50 Cent shirt.
It totally does, but look at all that.
Kazuchika Okada!
Oh, look at that fucking rain being made. Look at that rain being made. Oh, I love it. I will wear this shirt.
You'll actually
I don't
wear
know.
that. You're not even that big an Okada fan, right?
Right, but I like Okada. And, you know, I've got another Okada shirt. I've got the one that they sold at the mall that's got like the dollar bill with his face on it.
That was
Are you gonna wear it just to wind Byron up? Because you got it.
Yeah. Okay, this next shirt, I don't know. He can qualify as a friend of the show though, so maybe not. It's an official Cupcake Roads shirt. Let me tell you something, Cupcake.
Yeah.
When I bring my large woman in the corner, you're not gonna have a shirt on your back anymore. That's as bad as Shaq's promos actually are in real life. Okay, so no, I do like Cody. I'm just kidding.
Hey, look,
just
that
think
shirt.
Cupcake
That
Roads
shirt is at least better than his tattoo. So,
dude, look at how fucking cool the aviators are, though, and kind of like you got like a Captain America / Thor / Evil Knievel combo going on. It's pretty dope. He's smoking the cigar. It's a pretty
That's Dr.
awesome
Wagner
shirt.
I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit of more of a Ghost Rider vibe on that.
Mm.
I can't do that. I like Ghost Rider too much.
Dude.
No,
Sorry,
I don't
Cody.
know though. The way the
Yeah.
flames are coming back, the sunglasses on the,
Nah,
the skull.
I like to make fun of Cody because he was nice to Justin. That's the only reason I make fun of Cody. I
Yeah,
actually
Cody-
do like him as a wrestler.
Cody's my dude, but I will say that Brandy is the one that has probably hooked me up the most. She's, you know, look, he's a second generation star. So he's a little less of the people, I would say, than Brandy is, at least with me. But Cody was super nice to me. He was great to me. He did everything I asked him to do for that NFL show I was working on. You know, he kept in touch. But like, if I send Brandy an email right now with a question about something going on in my life, she would hook it up and answer me like within a day.
That's awesome. She's so cool. She's my second favorite member of the Nightmare family. Cody's my third. Wait, no.
The unborn child is the first one? Who's the first?
No, Dustin,
Pharaoh.
bro. Dustin's come on, dude. I've been a big Dustin fan since he was Dustin before Goldust. Like I used to bulldog kids when I would get in fights. And it was because of Dustin.
Everything I can tell, he is just an absolute saint these days too. Like now that he's calmed down in his old age, he's like the locker room guy.
Dude's been through some shit. If you ever read his book, which is pretty good, it's just kind of sad. But everything comes out all right, and he does good. So
yeah. You see where he is now.
Yeah,
that's the end of the story. That's the good ending. He's back doing wrestling the way he likes.
Right.
His body is in a decent place.
Oh,
His mind
I'd
is
say
right.
better than a decent place. That dude is fucking jacked. But yeah, I like Cody and Brandy, but Dustin's my dude. Like he's been my favorite for a long, like one of my top guys for a long time. But I didn't buy the figure because he's too big. It just looks weird.
The sizing. Look, action figure companies, get your sizing right, or you're gonna get shit on.
Speaking of which, those boss fight figures are a little on the small side.
I saw that they were kind of Paquito.
Yeah, and apparently Penta and Fenix wear the same pants because they have the same legs. But
pantalones.
No, those figures look dope. I'm just jealous that people got them before me.
Yeah,
I did pre-order them though, so hopefully, like next month, I think they said, or maybe it's April. Or it's one of the well, okay, no. By the time this airs, it'll be March. Yeah, so
yeah. For anyone out there who thinks we're a bunch of marks that get a bunch of juice that we don't deserve, just know that a bunch of our colleagues who are equally marks that get a bunch of stuff that they don't deserve got the figures and we didn't. So fuck them.
No, we're not a toy podcast. I completely
not.
Understand why everyone who got them and we didn't. I'm just sad because I wanted them. But I still want them, and they'll be here soon, hopefully. Okay. Other thing that's in the box, not Lucha Bros figures either, but it's a best of death matches DVD.
Which no doubt you can critique of how well they've put together matches.
Okay. Well, it's the High Spots Wrestling Network, so it's the best of death matches that we have the rights to. Because there's death matches and then there's Big Japan death matches, and I've seen some shit in Big Japan that you're like, what the fuck, bro? No Big Japan in here, but it does have Dan Barry versus Bill Carr, the CZW Cage of Death 20 match between Ricky Shane Page and Mance Warner, the $5 death match, which I have seen, which is hilarious. Big Donnie versus James Brody, the last battle of Burke. I have no idea. CZW World Title 4-way death match from Down with the Sickness. It doesn't say who's in it. Way to list a match. Jesus Christ. And also Steve Corino versus the Sandman in an ECW World Title Texas death match.
I've seen that.
I know I've seen it, but I wonder how the fuck they have the rights to it.
I think that was one of the ones that, because it got put out on video only, I don't think it was on the weekly show, and it was before pay-per-view. So I think it was classified as one of the Heyman-owned individual releases, or whoever he was in bed with that financed it. Yeah,
RF video probably.
So they might have been able to license it outside of the show stuff that was purchased with the full ECW IP.
But bro, speaking of ECW, okay, they said there was a Bully Ray item in there, but very loosely, because this is clearly a Bubba Ray Dudley get the table pin, which is amazing. They said that there's a variant of colors too. I wish there was a variant saying there's a girl in the front row whose mom taught her how to suck dick, and it's just like all these words. That would be tremendous. Okay. Love Bubba.
Bubba had the best promos I ever saw live. I think the best ones I ever saw live in that era of wrestling was Bubba Ray and, believe it or not, Kevin friggin' Nash. Kevin Nash, I was at the Nitro where he brought the girl out of the duffel bag.
Oh, yeah.
And he cut this promo, but he did all this stuff during the commercial break to keep the crowd hot that I was just in tears. Like, it was
Byron's
amazing.
Probably putting a girl inside a duffel bag right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, speaking of things for Byron, this is going to be really hard to see, but this is a Warhorse Rules ass ruler. But it's only 6 inches. It's only 6 inches.
That also adds up.
That
makes
too many.
Perfect sense.
Yeah, so if you're on the small side, maybe you can use it to see how much you rule ass, but otherwise you're going to be off the scale a little bit. But
in the black community, that's what we call a hockey ruler.
It's what we call soft. All right, so
sorry, folks. I apologize. Casey and I just can't help ourselves. It's just
we can't. No, there's a really eclectic group coming up next month. So we don't have any stake in this. I'm paying money for these. I'm not getting them for free. But the next crate features CM Punk, MJF, the Iceman Dean Malenko, Kevin Nash, and they've already hinted that whatever it is a Super Shredder related item.
Oh, snap.
Interesting. The Repo Man, who I'm guessing is going to be the Micro Brawler, the Dark Order, and Brody King.
Interesting.
So, this is going to be there. I'd say, like, out of all of those are some solid t-shirt choices right there.
Right.
Autograph, I'm guessing the autograph might be Brody King, but if it's an autograph picture of Super Shredder by Kevin Nash, I'm going to make Jim Velasco cry.
Oh, that would be the end all be all for sure.
Because those of you that don't know, because I don't know if he's shown it on this show, Jim actually has a signed Super Shredder action figure by Kevin Nash.
Right.
Also, if you didn't know, Walmart is releasing a Super Shredder figure that is silver and black, diesel colors.
What?
So that might be a better one to get signed by Kevin Nash. It's based on a figure that they released a long time ago. Like, I think it was like the Mutations one was black and silver instead of purple and silver. Like the ones that you would like squeeze and like the armor would come on. I think that's the one that it was.
See, it's so weird because I was so into Turtles back when it was just a comic book and it was Eastman and Laird and it was in black and white and it was oversized on newsprint. Like I never was really into Turtles after it became a cartoon.
You want to see how into Turtles I am? Look at the size of this fucking book right here.
Wow.
Okay, this is getting a plug ski on the podcast because actually this is green and I accidentally turned on the green screen because I was fucking with my background, so it's keying it out right now. But so it is the actual colors of the turtle band. But this book is about the making of the Ninja Turtle figures. It's called Rad Plastic. You go to radplastic.com to order it. You got to order it direct. It is a huge ass coffee table book, has like character designs, like prototype figures, like all kinds of shit. It's
nice.
pretty amazing. I can't recommend it enough. One of the best toy related books I've ever bought. So we get to talk about toys on here sometimes. So I had to do it. I had to plug that book, dude, because Turtles came
They're
up.
one of the best line of toys I ever got to play with.
Right, and
They're
insanely
fantastic.
detailed. And what's cool is like when we got figures, they weren't as painted with the details as they should be. But this shows the prototypes that has like each detail fully painted, and they look pretty awesome. Usually the ones that they would take pictures of for the back of the packaging and stuff like that. But yeah, and you didn't have these toys because you had Hero Turtles, you bootleg motherfucker.
Amazing. Gotta love living in the UK. All that great food and all those awesome toys.
I'm gonna break your fingers and then watch some Hero Turtles.
Oh man, people were loving that bit from last week. Too bad it wasn't like all in the show. But if you want to see us doing Pete Dunne, just a random batch of Pete Dunnes, there's a clip that we put out last week.
My Vince talking about taking a shit on his desk over?
Oh, that was all in the show, and that was great.
Oh, okay.
That was like the running theme of the show. Hey, guess what we get to talk about now? We get to talk about a much darker place, and this time I'm not talking about Byron's bunghole.
My desk was a much darker place when he missed the trash can, huh? He's gonna shit.
He's gonna.
Ever try cleaning diarrhea off of Formica, Justin?
Oh God. Oh, that sounds terrible.
You sound exactly like Lord Alfred Hayes.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Got a good Lord for Alfred Hayes? Kato.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Bollock's Nightmare.
Okay. Yeah. Huge penis, much darker place. Yes. Okay, I watched this show. Yeah, I remember.
Well, this is there's a lot of top line notes to this show, and this episode actually it kind of made me happy going back and watching it because this was like a good moment for the writers, I think, and the producers and everyone in general, because I think that this show is actually a really good example of the fact that they did actually pay some attention during season one. Like there was a lot of zigs and zags and they were figuring it out and they were creating this whole new thing. But this was like hey, we do know, guys, we realize what was good about the first season. We know who our cast is, because if you look at who actually appears in this episode, other than Johnny Mundo, this is the real starring cast of Lucha Underground. You got Katrina, Mill, Puma, Fenix, unlikely trio, whether you want them to be stars or not. They were supposed to be
2 out of 3,
minus their injuries. Cuerno.
I was hoping you were intentionally leaving him out.
Yeah.
No, and again, he's another guy that ran into some potholes along the way. But
yeah, like a horrific back injury that I thought was this match, but it wasn't. It was
not this
next
match.
couple.
It's
Yeah.
It's soon though. But it's like I loved that about it. I loved that they were paying attention too, because all of these matches and all of the actual wrestling in this episode makes sense storyline wise, and it all is surrounding Mill and the new king of the temple who has the belt. You know, like this was one of the things that they really, if you look back at season one, all the time they missed the relevancy of matches when they sadly had good reasons to be doing them. They just never explained them or never worked them into the story, or the vignettes didn't go along with them. You can tell right off the bat, they were like, acknowledge that. And don't get me wrong, there's some spots in season 2 where they kind of dip and they fall off of these things, but at least,
And
the break was short. People don't realize the taping break between season 1 and 2 was not long.
No, and it wasn't 6 months. It was 6 months between when you saw the new episode. Yeah,
correct. Which was the other thing I think they did wisely was they slowed the turnaround down so that Van Wagenen and his editors had more time in post-production to craft episodes. Because what happened was they were already airing in season 1 while him and his team were still editing. So what happened was his focus was being pulled in two directions between post and actual production, which is an unfortunate thing to do. And it's happened in other times. It happened in season 3 also, the other long season. There's 2 long seasons, 2 short seasons.
Yeah, season 3 was very
and this is
long
one of the short seasons.
Yeah, they ordered more episodes for season 3 like halfway through, and then they had to start adding random
that's the same
tournaments.
with season. That was the same with season 1 also. That it got extended after the initial buy, but so they just kept in production. This is I do got to say they fuck everything up that they set up in this episode by the end of the season because Pentagon loses and just saying.
Cuerno's back's gone.
And Cuerno's back's gone. Evie doesn't get the title win. Sexy Star does, and it was Evie's title win.
Correct.
I mean, come on.
And that was I think that was the thing that they were going for. I think in the first season, the way Evie kind of muscled through the leg injury, the response she was getting from the crowd, the fact that she didn't get a lot of heat from the boys in the first season. She did later, but she was working good in the ring. She was following instruction. Everybody was very happy with Evie out of the first season. So it really was like, hey, if we want to do this women's empowerment kind of thing where we have one of the girls that can stand up to the guys, she's got the right attitude, she's got the right look, and she's got the fan backing, so it should be her. And come time to actually do that storyline, Sexy Star was the one standing in the locker room and Evie was not.
Yeah, which sucks because the fans bought every false finish in her match. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah.
So let's start with this first vignette, the Vamp in the Asylum, the much darker place vignette, as it has been come to know.
Dude,
and
I love this.
It is great. It's great.
Dude, my favorite moment is the True Lies edit. Where he murders the doctor and then it's just in his head because now our cameras are magic and can see inside people's heads.
I love that. And that doctor, by the way, is Tony Jensen, who is one of the producers on the show, who you've heard Conan not mention very fondly here. He thought that Tony was a bit of a stick in the mud and an asshole.
He was always really nice to us. He's like, oh, do you guys need a prescription? Haha, because we're like, hey, it's the doctor.
And Tony's still acting too, by the way. He literally just appeared in something else. I mean, he still produces some stuff and acts, but he's more of a technical director style producer. He's less the creative type, and he's more on the technical side of producing. So maybe that's why Conan didn't get along with him, since Conan is clearly more of a creative and less of a tech side guy, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, homeboy was having a shitty time by this time.
We'll have to get Tony on some point in time and just see what he has to say about the whole thing, because I bet he's got an interesting perspective, being kind of caught in the middle of all the bosses and trying to keep the show moving.
I would lose my fucking mind in that position. Probably. Yeah.
Like if I had worked on Lucha Underground, what he did would probably be what my title would be, and I don't think I would want that job.
I would like the job of deciding to put Pentagon over at Ultima Lucha Dos, though. Just saying.
Well,
saying.
Look, and if anybody's watching the show and doesn't think they're going to hear that every week until we get to that moment, you're wrong. Casey's going to keep
unless
saying.
I quit the show before then. Yeah.
I can't believe we're finally into season 2. Season 1 took so friggin' long. Good Lord. That's 39 episodes.
Done like 40 episodes of this bullshit since we came back which means I've done probably 20. I don't know. I'm on sometimes.
No, give yourself credit, like 23, 24.
Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, I'm just I was
here for the Vampiro special, so that's
good. Yeah, I was here for the Vampiro special, and the next Lucha Expo, when Kevin hooks us up with that interview with who should we have him do? Who haven't we done yet? Yes, the great Kali.
No, Carly. Carly.
He said sorry. That's
very British for Carly.
He's very British. I'm sorry. Well, I heard what you said, Meep. I just thought it was a funny joke.
And then timing or scheduling didn't work out, or she
went to the beach.
I don't know. She said she had to go do a modeling shoot. No, because I saw the photos the next week. So she did go and do something else that day. But damn it, why you playing something else when we supposed to be hanging with us, girl? What's up? Thought you was my girl.
We cheered when she hit people with that rock.
Carly's still a sweetheart. She just needs to come on this show. But that was also right after we did the Lucha Homies. She probably watched that and was like, I'm not going on there. This show is crazy.
They're gonna make me play the wrestling name game with Casey. Fuck that.
Like, look, any guest that comes on the show just has to know we tailor your episode to you and your vibe. Like, if it's Paul London, we're going to talk about weird movies and black sex magic. Like, if it's Vampiro, we're going to get deep on like mentality and and cosmic space rocks and stuff. If it's EVW, we're going to talk about reality TV and TV. Like, we're not stupid. We're professional interviewers. We're going to custom tailor the show to you. Anyway, Carly, come on the show. We got to get.
Talk to Vampiro. Talk about Samoan dicks for some reason, but hey, no,
that fits with him though.
That was one of my favorite interviews ever. I gotta say, but honestly, I would say it's right under the Paul London one is my favorite because I could talk to Paul London about movies for hours.
Yeah, you want to talk about a one of us kind of guy, and it's amazing to me that you and Paul especially have such a good connection because you guys got there from completely opposite directions. Like he went down the deep, weird, dark path of probably lots of drugs and hallucinogenics, and Casey went the other way of, fandom and cool artwork and, horror cons and stuff like that.
I just watched a lot of fucked up shit.
So, but somehow you guys ended up at the same place. And I feel like you had completely opposite paths that led there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I think him and Kross, I can sit down and talk movies with all day for sure. Yeah. But I think when you work for certain companies, you're not allowed to do our show anymore.
Well, I just got to jump through all the WWE hoops to get put on their media list before they'll approve it. Kross has asked to come back on the show on a couple of occasions.
They're going to hear my Vince impression and say yes immediately.
They never said no to Kross, by the way. They just didn't actually sign the approval. Mm-hmm. So we'll see where it goes from there. But I think they want me to put in a submission for their media credentials to get him on.
What you're saying is that I have to call him out to make them take notice and have him on.
Yeah, right.
So we can have
because it works so well. It works so well for
maybe get your friend on here too. Maybe again. If his neck's feeling okay.
Oh.
If he was a Ninja Turtle character, he'd be Master Splinter.
You remember what Vampiro said about those Doomsday Cytos? I mean, that's no joke. He made your guy look like a little tiny baby getting,
I don't know if Kross could lift me. I just get him trapped in it.
Dude. He can lift Alaba, dude. It's all. I think everyone's fair game now.
He's never been tested with my side headlock.
I don't know, man. Damian Priest pretty much dead weighted him, and he got him over.
Meep's been practicing on coconuts, putting the headlock on, like Ed Strangler Lewis used to.
I'm gonna start sending him the pieces in the post.
So look, we're talking about your boy Santos Escobar. So let's talk about his twin brother King Cuerno.
Oh, first, props to whoever painted the door for Katrina because that font was dope. I'm just saying.
Oh, the over the Dario proprietor.
Yeah, I know I'm stealing TwitWow's gimmick of being a font enthusiast, but I thought it looked very nice.
Well, this was a little more consistent. And for those who don't know, during the second season, you'll see Casey a lot next to that door. That became Casey's new spot over there. By Dario's door, right on the corner.
I was making myself laugh in this episode, actually. We'll get there.
And there were some other of the peeps in there. Urban and J-Man were still came back for this taping.
Yeah.
They flew in. For those who don't know, they're the Last Real Heels, and they did probably the original Lucha Underground podcast. And they flew in
the first one, yeah.
They flew in from Tennessee. I don't know if DJ flew them in or if they were on their own dime or what, but they came and hung out. So you'll see them for the next couple episodes. And Smashley came this time too.
Yeah, she did. And we talked about how Carl's Jr. is Carl's Jr. and not Hardee's.
Yeah. The other weird one is Hellman's Mayonnaise is Hellman's east of the Mississippi and Best Foods west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, bring out the
How
best.
strange.
Bring out the best.
Why?
Bring out the Hellman's and bring out the
own
best.
company.
It's some
Hellman's
it's
is
some
a company.
merger.
What? Why do you do this in America?
Well, I don't know. It's so
It's
weird.
Walkers.
Look at
It's
Canada.
Walkers, not Lay's. All right, it's Walkers, not Lay's. The fuck is that about?
But see, the thing is, these giant companies, they take over the smaller brands and then they turn the product into one cohesive product. But I think they leave the brand that was already working in that region.
Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
Do you guys have Axe then? Are you Axe
body
spray?
spray? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's Lynx. Just so you know,
Axe body spray, yes.
it's literally
It's Lynx
Axe
there?
all over the world, but in the UK it's Lynx.
Interesting.
I used to go to shops and I'd buy the cheap shit and it'd be Axe and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so poor because I'm buying cheap shit and it's actually the same shit.
body
Just
spray.
the American writing on it.
Meef saw all those commercials with the
Straight.
girls like trying to have sex with the guys that wore the Axe body spray.
Lynx Africa, yep. That's the
Lynx
smell of teenage boys.
Oh
Ooh.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
See, we
too.
don't have our expert here right now to verify that, unfortunately.
That's
No, but
true.
he only knows
That
what the
is
smell
very
of
true.
decaying teenage boys sounds like.
Oh, that's only 3 or 4 days later. He knows what they smell like.
After he
up
stopped
front
having
first
sex
when
with them.
when he first nabs them.
Sometimes.
We got to talk about this Gift of the Gods match that we're kicking things off with here. I like starting it off this way. I like because this is a new belt.
Vignettes.
What's that?
8 minutes of vignettes before this. I timed it,
Yes,
but they were good, so it didn't matter. But still, 8
but
minutes.
I like getting into this match first, and it felt right because you've got this new belt. There was a weird way of getting to it. They're explaining it, and they're actually explaining it well. The mythology here that this is a belt that if you don't challenge for the title immediately, you have to defend it. It's like Money in the Bank, except you have to defend it as a belt until such a time as you decide I'm going to put it up, and then it goes back into circulation, and the whole process starts all
and
over
the
again.
rules changed because they needed to get the belt off of Prince Puma anyway in season 3, so they throw all the rules out the window anyway.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, Gift of the Gods stolen from WMAC Masters pretty blatantly, because they used to win the little symbols for the dragon belts that each guy had, and then they'd cash in a full dragon belt for the title shot. Also stolen from WMAC Masters is having the champion sit on a throne and watch the whole show.
But that's not bad. If you're going to steal from someplace, at least be stealing from there and not from WWE or, old Mid-South wrestling or something.
I'm all for it. I wish they had a match with ninjas running in that you also had to beat up with the guy. I was waiting for that in the Lotus match, but you guys fucked up. You let me down.
We did get to a nunchuck match at some point, but one of the fans kind of fucked that up. So we'll just. Anyway,
heel turn midway through.
I think that this match served 2 purposes. A, they wanted to get Cuerno over because it was kind of his time. Like the first season was, we're going to bring in Fenix. This is a top mid-card guy to us. Let's make him shine. The second season, I think that they really planned on doing that with HDF. And also, this gave Fenix a chance to finally show his full moveset. This was an actual what you would see in a great top mid-card Lucha Libre match in either CMLL or AAA at the time. This was
they don't exist in CMLL. Good matches, but yeah.
There's occasionally there was. If you get the right talent. But these are never these kind of matches were never the top of the card though. No, don't get me wrong, because I think AAA's biggest downfall is the fact that the third or fourth to last match of any big card is always their best one in AAA.
And you know what it also didn't have that it had that AAA never has?
What's that?
A fucking clean finish.
Yeah, it did. And it was a tough clean finish too. It was like beating, a couple of finishers in there, but still, Cuerno still pulling it out. And I was surprised Cuerno won. I was like, oh snap. But I think
with the thrill of the kill.
Yeah,
we saw that move. We're like, fuck, Phoenix is dead. He's winning.
It was dope. It was a great match that I enjoyed. And I think it also showed the value of the belt too, that like this is a belt that people are going to fight for. It may change hands. We're not going to leave it on the same guy all the time. It did kind of suck that like, Fenix got pumped up. And then the cool thing with Lucha Underground is if you were one of the guys holding the belt at the end of the season, like not Pentagon, it kind of helped your clout too, because you're going from one episode to the next and you see Fenix win in one and then lose in the very next one. But you forget he had 3 or 4 months of saying that he was the champ, Gift of the Gods champ, walking around, and it was all over the internet and the indies.
The show might die at any moment. So you could, be champion at the end and fucking Jack Swagger.
Yeah. Going out as the champion was always a good thing until season 4. Meef, I know this is your guy. So what did you like about this match? Because I thought for the first half of the match, Fenix clearly looked like the superstar, and for the second half of the match, Cuerno did.
Meef, before you start, I want to say congrats to Fenix for winning the Wrestling Observer High Flying Wrestler of the Year award, beating a 5-year incumbent of Will Ospreay, who's been winning 5 or 6 years. Fuck you, Ospreay. Phoenix rules.
Yeah, all right, rule and deserves it.
I have not found a way to watch season 2 yet. So
what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The link doesn't work to the other thing, to the place.
No.
Meef can't find season 2.
We've turned
and
into
now his life is over.
Knockout Mania.
Everything sucks for Meefloaf. Suck it. Isn't that how the whole song says?
Yeah.
I don't know why there's a guitar sitting here.
I managed to find the highlights. So I managed to watch the, Thrill of the Kill. And I do remember.
Move that is in Fire Pro Wrestling World, by the way.
Look, that's the most important
I'm really
part.
upset they can't use it in the WWE. Because
it's actually like one of your moves in Fire Pro Wrestling World. I hope you know that. I think it may be your finisher. I think it's called the Beatles Circle Jerk, and it's your finisher.
Wow. That's
Byron named
amazing.
it. He made it. And then just finisher, Byron refuses to call it the donkey punch, even though it is clearly a donkey punch.
It's clearly a donkey punch.
Beatdown. Mounted punches to the back of the head. Yeah. Non-consensual mounted punches to the back of the head.
Mounted fisting, that's what it should be called.
Wow.
Show's gross.
Yeah, but realistically speaking, my moveset in real life is not polite. Let's just leave it at that. So we get to another vignette. So you think there's all these vignettes at the beginning, and you think, oh, well, we'll lay off the vignettes for the second half. No, there's more vignettes. There's vignettes between the starts of matches and the actual match. Like there's a ton of them.
We've got a budget. We've got a budget this season, people.
Yeah. So we get the unlikely trio, Ivelisse and Helico, Son of Havoc, arriving at the temple. Then we come back from the break.
Driving, Justin.
What's that?
Son of Havoc was driving this time.
Thank you. I think that they got the note that he looked like not a tough guy from Cleveland.
I was hoping he was still on the back, and I was mad when I was watching this before the show today.
Yeah.
I still think he should have had a sidecar.
I popped because, Evie wasn't in the cast. And I was happy about that at the time, just being realistic. So,
he says, title shot, and Katrina says, no.
That was the best. That was the best. They work up like these tough, we're back and we want a title shot. And Katrina's just like, no. I have a specific set of instructions from Mill, and that is that you guys are going to fight each other. And then one of you is going to get a title shot. We just saw this crap with Roman Reigns last week. Let all the competition beat each other up, and then I'll come in and squash them. But in Lucha Underground, that feels a little bit better than when they do it in WWE. So I'll give the writers and the agents credit, because this worked out a lot better than that Roman Reigns crap last week.
See, you would hate it more if you were watching when it was like time to like Daniel Bryan. You'd be more mad.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, again, for those who don't know, I pretty much didn't watch WWE exactly the amount of time that Daniel Bryan came in until his injury not that long ago, and that
I
was
think I literally came back for like when he was retiring.
Yeah, that was about because that was when Lucha Underground was starting to get hot.
Yeah,
so that was right when we were both coming back to wrestling. I didn't see a lot of AJ Lee stuff. I had liked CM Punk before I had stopped watching wrestling, but I wasn't watching a ton of wrestling when he left or any of that era of
you
WWE.
were watching all the basketball shorts, Punk.
Yeah.
Then the WCW with Raven Punk, the best version.
I mean, you know what it was? This was when WWE was really running the ECW thing into the ground when they had put it on Sci-Fi and they had changed ECW, and I don't know, DeJoseph was making Kelly do bad things. How did Kelly turn into a black girl, by the way? When did that happen? I'm so baffled. I stumbled across her on Instagram the other day and I was like, why is Kelly a black girl now? How does that work?
Okay,
or Barbie blank or whatever she is.
I need to see what you mean.
Go to Instagram and just look at some of her stuff. Like,
has she done some really bad tanning?
I guess so, but it's not bad because I mean, she actually looks like Red Velvet. She looks like a black girl.
It's
weird.
Wow,
she had the pigmentation injection.
I don't know. Isn't that strange?
I can't use the word Nubian properly, so I'm not going to try in this case.
But it's weird. She looks like a hot black chick now. It's so weird. I don't understand it.
Completely different person. Did she sell her account to someone else?
No, it's her. I mean, she's what, mid-30s now? Somewhere in there? I don't know. She was so young when she came in.
I kind of don't remember her except for her theme song, which is really annoying. But really
and hilarious at the same time.
Like hilarious. It was one that you could always play to bother people. It was very good. Yes, I am vamping so I can play it.
No worries. I'll say see
He knows it's what to do.
The Jennifer Lopez song.
Hello.
I don't know. I don't think anything will ever beat the sound of Remode. Oh my god.
That was Byron's theme on one of the WWE games.
It's weird because Kelly sits in my brain more than most of the divas just because I was actually excited about the WWE doing ECW just because I didn't want ECW to die at the time. And I just had this weird thought in my mind that maybe WWE can pull this off right.
Dude, shit was cool for like 3 weeks.
It wasn't bad. And then, it's Kelly doing strip poker segments and weird stuff. And then all the strikers and the other guys started coming in and it was like, it wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it was whatever. But
then Justin Credible turned up and you're like, oh my God, this is trash.
Anyway, so Katrina calling Melissa over before the match. So you get the unlikely trio entrance or whatever. And for the audience's purpose, and this is the other thing I started liking, is that you get these little moments that kind of explain it to the live audience because the audience isn't seeing the vignette. So Katrina goes over to Melissa and is basically telling her what to announce in this match. But the fashion in which she does it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Titillating.
Well, and she also probably knew that if she didn't say it in a certain way, it might get messed up.
Nice. A little relaying right before she does it. That's probably not unwise. I just don't understand why she had to touch her lips that way. Was that necessary? I thought that was mean to me.
I didn't notice.
He passed on the message through Braille on a thumb, maybe. She put, a message in Braille on a thumb.
You guys remember when stink palming was a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was butt thumb. Just
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Byron wouldn't get that reference, so
no, he would because
he would get it if you used the racist name for doing that. He would understand that.
I didn't know there was one.
There's, but we won't talk about that. I'm not even going there. So that all this happens, we're about to finally go into this match, and then we go to commercial, and there's another vignette.
Dude, this vignette, like how is it not you and not that one. Okay.
No, the one in this commercial break is the Cuerno one, I believe, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's
Katrina talks to Cuerno and tells him to remember the deal, and Cuerno's like, "Don't worry about it. Mill's got nothing to worry about." So we're basically finding out that now Cuerno's the champ, and he's in bed with Katrina and Mil Muertes.
Until someone ends up in a glass case.
Yeah.
In a vignette that none of us saw, and so they had a completely heatless Ultima Lucha match because we had no idea who to cheer for.
Correct.
Yeah, but they edited it so it sounded like people were cheering.
and that was the point in time when I was angry because I didn't understand things. So then we get the number one contenders match. It's Son of Havoc versus Evie versus Angelico. Dude, the Angelico green team gear here with the Lucha Underground logos officially on it. Super dope. That hat. Why? This brings us back to the age-old question with Lucha Underground. Why was that hat not for sale? Why was that not merchandised? What?
Because they made it at Lids. I think they said that on the last Real Heels podcast. All those hats were made at Lids and not real merch.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why not turn it into real merch? And Angelico sells
out about it.
60 of them out of his trunk, flying them in from South Africa with him.
Whoa, allegedly.
I mean, if he did sell 60 of them out of his trunk, why wouldn't that be a signal to you to go out and actually merchandise this stuff?
You know, I love Angelico and Jack, and
it's almost like if they only were in bed with the company and they hadn't screwed them over, who could easily license merchandise.
Like a Mass Republic or somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know, TH2 has ugly merch. I love the guys, but their merch sucks. It's just a bunch of letters on a shirt. Come on, you can do better. Well, have a picture of Jack Evans just giving 2 middle fingers, and I'll buy 10 of them.
I didn't mind this match. It was actually like, believe it or not, it's one of the first times where you get to see Ivelisse wrestle clean.
Right. Because she's been hurt for a while.
She's been hurt. She's not doing any of the creepy sex stuff that she had to do at the beginning. Because don't forget those first few matches, you know, I think she had one real match and then it was all creepy sex stuff. And then it was the one good tag match before the boot where she hurt the leg. And then it was all in the boot. So you really you've maybe seen one real Ivelisse match, and she looked good here. You can tell that she put on weight from having the broken leg, but she wasn't gassing or blown up or anything. You know, this might be the thickest she was at any point in time, but at the same time, I would almost suggest she go back to this because she wrestled great. I think she took bumps better. You know, you could tell she was clearly excited to be back in there and doing her thing.
Dude, and her going over, of the three, my second favorite choice that they could have made. Because, you know, Angelico going over, I would have marked up that too.
Yeah, but I think if Angelico went over here, you would have anticipated the squash so much more.
He's so much bigger than Mil height-wise.
Right, but he's skinny. So it would have just, you'd have been waiting for a spear to break him in half and for it to just be done, you know? I surprisingly, of these three, again, I would have been happier myself if it was Angelico just like you, but I think of these three, she was the right choice.
And we were buying every false finish. We were into it. We were cheering for it. As people that normally cheer for Mil Muertes too, by the way. Right. And we were into this match, and they made her look so strong on the finish too.
Yeah.
It was a little weird that Puma decided to save her. I know this is the guy that beat him for the title, but
yeah,
it had the greatest moment
because I saw Ivelisse kind of break his girlfriend's arm in real life. I don't know,
but
sort of.
Am I mistaken, or was our friend under this hood single at the time? Because I felt like he was actually trying to push up on her for real.
Geez, I don't know. I try not to think of those things because Prince Puma's gross. He Cerro Miedo'd me in the face.
Yeah, he is super duper.
Like that's
gross.
coming up in like 2 episodes.
I know it's soon. Yeah. It's very soon. Yeah, and the match with Mil was absolutely what it was supposed to be. You know, he finally comes in, and by the way, this is the Mil outfit that I love the best: the purple M and the purple skull with the silver on the black.
Yeah,
and that mask. To me, this is Mil Muertes. Like some people love blue pajamas. Mil, not my deal.
I just like the pajamas. I don't know what it is.
This is my Mil.
The best version of Mil, but it's for me. I just love those pajamas. They look. So
I'm all about King Mil sitting on the throne in this outfit with this version of Katrina, where she's running the temple.
I do like how he's consciously doing the pose from the end of Conan the Barbarian and the
actually.
And to hear the lamentation of the women.
the best version of Mill is Suit Mill. That's the ultimate Mill.
Yeah, but they had to stop doing that because all the ladies at home kept getting pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, there was definitely a chocolate scream in the middle of the Cuerno match that almost made him break character because it was like dead silent. Somebody screamed it or something at him, or somebody screamed, or they screamed some variation of it. They maybe actually just said "chocolate man" or something. And you can see a little chuckle. He's like sitting on Fenix in the corner. Like if you go back and watch, it's hilarious. Somebody just screams it out of nowhere, which we've been known to do. I mean, you had, dude, all the craziest Lucha believers were at this one. I mean, you got Casey there, and Jim was there. If you watch the
video from when I saw him live, that's actually all you can hear.
Is people?
It's me. No, you can just hear me screaming, "Chocolate! Chocolate! I love you!
Amazing.
Well, I couldn't do the Phantasma like that. I couldn't do it.
That's
because I had no one around me, so I just went for the Chocolate.
Now let's make love to me, Santos.
But let's get to the end. So yeah, Puma saves Evie, but then there's a run-in. A run-in that exposes, but a run-in that exposes Katrina as quite possibly the worst manager of all time because she's standing right at the corner with Mill's eyeline, sees Puma, and doesn't warn him until he's already on her.
Yeah, he says, Mill! She says, Mill! And then, so the Puma thing happens, and then she looks right at Pentagon and she's like, I'm out of here.
Right. Like, put her in a different place or something. Like, that didn't. And most people probably won't notice because it's kind of off in the corner of the screen or whatever. But it was like, oh, you have this great moment. Everything just worked right. But that kind of blows it a little bit.
But it was, I loved the shot of him getting ready to break the arm because I'm in the background going like this the whole time. And I was just laughing so hard.
Just cracking up. Like, and who saw this? Nobody saw this coming.
When this came out on TV, the internet afterwards was like, "Holy fuck!"
I mean, everybody who was there was like that too. Like, because nobody thought that Pentagon. First of all, a lot of people liked Pentagon, but nobody thought that he was going to be in the top picture immediately.
No,
people figured he'd work his way up to, and they still do make him work his way up to it. By the way, throughout the rest of this season. But
by season 4,
like the whole idea of Pentagon had worked slowly, but he was not the guy getting the big push until the end. And then them doing this and letting us know that like, no, it's not even Puma. You're seeing a succession of what is going on here. It's like this guy comes out, and then, oh yeah, by the way, our star is going to be the last guy out. You think it's Puma, but it's not. It's Penta. And he breaks his arm. He breaks the champ's arm in the very first episode back.
And then he does the thrust thing right at me because I was so fucking loud at ringside. He's like, yeah.
Well, don't think that he forgot all those signs that came out for him at Ultima Lucha. From what I've heard, he was shocked. He did not think he was going to get that kind of reaction.
I was showing him signs ahead of time for the next one. He could have gave me a heads up and said, I'm losing, bro. Instead, he just said a huevo.
Hey, never let him see you sweat, man. Afterwards, you gotta put out a message, just like Santos did this week about how he's still a champion. You have to still be a champion in your mind.
How the sun was in his eyes, and
I couldn't see, Your Honor. What had happened was Kevin Kross had come to my house. That's the story he's telling.
I love that match. I sympathize with Meef seeing his loved one die like that because I saw my loved one Pentagon die at the end of Ultima Lucha Dos. And my heart broke that day, Meef. And so I know you're going through the same thing. And I just want to say, I love you, brother. And if you ever need a hug, I'm here.
It's okay because Kevin Kross will never make it as bad as when he lost his mask. So.
True.
But fuck you, Kevin. Fuck you.
A couple of quick last little things about.
We'll say Kevin Kross has been dodging me for years. I'm just saying. Last time he was supposed to come over here, the flight didn't happen.
Are you saying that Karrion Kross is banned from the MMM show?
Yeah, let's go with that story. I like the way you think. No. Couple of quick things I wanted to say. Katrina, the way she took this spear when Evie moved, amazing. They did not soft sell it at all. Carly fucking died, bro. Yeah, she stepped into it to let her feet come out from underneath her. Amazing. That's exactly the way you're supposed to take a spear. She had no problem doing it. She took the full brunt of the spot. I loved it. And we also have a couple of vignettes we didn't talk about. The first one is the three Weros that go to find the new temple.
How is that not like Me and the Heels or like Me and J-Ray or something? Like, come on. Were you at this taping, Justin?
No, I wasn't. I was at the very next one.
Yeah, because I was looking for you in the audience. Byron was there. Like, we could have been those guys. We could have been those guys that got murdered.
From what I understand, this was actually taped way before the season. This was taped when they did the Asylum bit, that 1 week where they put together a production team.
I would have been on call.
So, they could
have really punched me in the genitals and I would have been okay with it.
See, I don't know how well I knew Evie Dub or any of those people then. You would have had the best chance of getting that to happen, I think, at the time.
They wouldn't have done. I'm an insurance risk. Come on.
Wow, that's also true. But yeah, so the three white guys that are looking for the underground fights get fed to Matanza literally. It's a fun scene. You get Dario back in the episode, which you definitely want.
Yeah, dude.
You know, it's a little later in the episode than expected. And then
they stole the name Matanza from Zorro.
What's that?
Like Zorro, Matanza's the enemy of Zorro.
Matanza? I don't know.
You know what? His name's Matanza with Zorro, but still.
The reason Justin didn't get to play this role is because, as we've already discussed earlier on, he would have been like, "Nah, I ain't going in there."
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I have actually gone into some scary smokers, as they called them back in the day, which was. Legit smokers are when, a couple of dojos get together and they let their guys do some semi-full contact stuff. That's what a smoker's supposed to be. Sanctioned, unsanctioned fights.
Yeah, but if it's a Muay Thai school, it's not semi-full contact.
Correct. And I've been to quite a few of those smokers and actually been in one. And it's like, that was where, especially in California, when MMA was illegal in California, they would do actual full MMA under the guise of being smokers. And, if you listen to the tap out guys or whatever, they'll talk about going to these things and trying to sell t-shirts and running away from cops, which is hilarious because two of the guys in tap out used to be cops. But they would go to these events and they would have to run away because people would just get arrested at them or whatever. And, so I would love to say that I would be the smart guy not to go into the underground fight pit and get eaten alive by Matanza, but I probably foolishly would have and been just as dead as those guys.
There was a time when the last guy said, "Who's fighting?" and Jefe said, "You." That he could have. The door wasn't shut yet. You could have.
Right.
Do you think you could push your way past Luis Fernandez?
Dario's a skinny little dude, man. Like, other than his evil ways, like, he's not physically imposing. He's mentally imposing.
Then Lotus
would Spanish.
What are you saying? He'll knife you in the back? Is that what you're saying, Maeve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Spanish. They're fiery. The Spanish are fiery. They may be small. I've seen Spanish women take down like 6 foot odd guys. All
right. So you're saying Dario Cueto is a little fiery Spanish woman?
He's loco.
I understand.
It's crazy.
It's an interesting fetish to have, Meef. Not judging, not hating, just stating.
Not hating, just stating. All right. Well, we've reached that point in time where I'm going to eat, and thank God we're going to end this show without Byron.
Because shit! I get to be at the end of the show.
Only an hour.
I think so because we're about that timeline wise, and I don't really think I want to let Byron come back and have the last word this time. I think I'm going to claim this birthday victory for myself. Happy birthday to me! Fuck you, Byron.
Happy birthday, Justin.
Yeah, and Byron can.
Big fuck you to Byron.
Yeah,
Byron,
which he probably is right now.
Happy birthday, you old son of a bitch.
And when we say he's eating a dick, I don't mean he's actually sucking a penis. I actually mean he's probably killed someone and is currently throwing up their penis.
For his age, because until July 29th, me and him are the same age right now.
Oh. It's the catch-up moment.
So all that shit. Yeah, have fun with the gray hair. Didn't start until I was 40. Now I'm fucking Steve Martin over here.
Dude, it is so true, man. It is so true. And I know I look like the babyface youngest one of the bunch, but I'm actually the oldest, and it sucks.
Justin's damn near 60.
Nah, 63. Anyway, I'm not going to say how old I am because I don't want to disappoint all the ladies out there.
It's in your name, Matt. Justin Harvey, 75.
For those who can't do the math of,
No, it just means years old is what I'm saying.
Right. Of 2021 minus 1975. For those who can't do that math, I'm really young.
No, for those of you that can't do that math, you're exactly what Justin's looking for. Give him a call.
Bingo, bango, right on the money.
Watching out for the bros here. Watching out for the bros.
And on that note.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging with us again. We hope we got you through your workday or your commute or your afternoon of just listening to a couple of guys talk about some wrestling and action figures and fun stuff, because that's what we do here on Mass Max and Mayhem. And until next time, happy birthday to me, and stay calm and stay in the mix.
Penis birthday cake.